Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Dropped Frames. It's 2016. It's episode 46. It's been too fucking long since our last show. Did you get? It's 4 weeks, 5 weeks. Tally, you're in a bath. Tally's lost. He still thinks he's still back in 2015. I don't know what he's doing. It's been a while though. I think our last show was, what was the update? I could just check the upload date. I should have checked this prior to the show. It was December 16th.
Damn.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. For you guys, huh?
It's our longest break we've ever had on the show. We had a lot of games to talk about.
How many did we miss last year?
We had 45 episodes last year. We could have had 47 if we would have done one the following 2 weeks. After, because we ended on the 16th. So I guess we could have had 47. And right now we're 1 for 1. We haven't missed a week yet. So we're perfect track.
100%, man. I feel pretty good about that.
100%.
Batting average, I like it.
Yeah, it might happen. I just realized that also in the video program we're using, all you can see is just me, right?
Yes. I hate that. I hate it.
Why does it? I can fix that, but all right, we're gonna play Drop Frames Camera Roulette here. Let's see what happens.
Wait, what is going on? What? There we go.
There we go. Hey, it didn't move.
Hey.
Nice. There we go.
I thought it was gonna move the camera.
Much better.
We're good though. We've all played a lot of games. We're gonna talk about that. Also, a lot of big news for January. Like, there's been a lot of fucking big bombshell news to come out the past week or so. So we'll be talking about that probably after the break. And then just catching up with everyone, which we're going to do right now. So we're going to go around. What's one interesting thing that's happened to you since the last show? Just one. Because a lot of shit has happened. And we got a lot of games to cover. And since Tally's the guest, we're going to start with Tally. So, Tally, what's the most interesting thing that's happened to you since the last time you've been on, I guess?
When the hell is that?
I don't know, like a couple months ago.
Legion. That's all I got. One word, just Legion. That's it.
Just the Legion hype?
Just the Legion hype, man. That's probably the one and single thing that I've been dedicated to. I'm actually like on a break right now because the servers are down. So I mean that's basically the most interesting thing. Everyone's like, "Yay, super interesting, World of Warcraft." But I mean, for me, that's like super hype. So
yeah,
I mean, it's basically been just a World of Warcraft Legion alpha, waiting for the beta, just playing and hyping it up with the fans, really, man.
You have you been jumping into any of the other MMOs that have been having like these betas or alphas, whatever the fuck you're calling them?
I played the Blade and Soul closed alpha. That was pretty cool. That's coming out next Friday for early access. Star Wars, when they came out with their expansion, I played that. I've had like some days where I'm doing like MMO rounds. I'm basically like for every hour I'm logging into like a different MMO, like just playing, and it's like I'm slowly just like negating like the bad ones and just keeping to the ones that I kind of like. Like I tried to go back and play Rift, and I was like,
it's not good.
And I played Guild Wars 2 and realized that how frustrating their PvE is, and like
they put in they had their expansion come out, right? Guild Wars did.
Yeah.
Heart of last year.
Heart of Thorns.
Is that so? The PvE is not good.
I don't know. I don't really. I just don't. I watch other streamers PvE.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I don't know.
Okay.
When there's no Trinity system, I just don't like it, and that's just my personal preference. So, you know, other people they love the PvE, they love the PvP, but if I can't tank something, I just don't really like it a lot.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
And there was like Albion Online that came out, but I didn't really get into that. I remember Ella was playing that for a while, like a way back, and he made me like get the founders pack, so I paid like $100, never logged into it. So
basically, Ella owes you. Are you saying Ella owes you $100? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying Ella owes me $100.
All right, Ella, pay the man. You got to pay him.
You're out there, Ella. I need my $100. I need my hundo back, bro. Like, I haven't even logged into that game.
There you go.
It's been basically just like a big, huge like, and there's so many games that I've missed in this whole like Legion hype bonanza all the way like from August through BlizzCon to the present. Like I missed the release of like basically Fallout 4, Tomb Raider.
Well, Tomb Raider's actually. Let's be honest. Tomb Raider's really gonna actually finally come out at the end of this month, so you didn't really miss much.
I thought it came out like 2 months ago.
PC release.
Yeah, the PC release is coming out at the end of January.
What the hell did it come out for?
Xbox One. That's it.
Oh, that's
exclusive.
I wouldn't care anyway. Then forget it. So
yeah,
okay.
there you go. Just play it at the end of January. Whenever else you play it.
Can't wait to play it later this month. Woo!
Yep, exactly.
That's what I was waiting for.
Yep. We'll get to that. We'll get that news.
Battlefront, I haven't played that either. I haven't played like so many games. I see you guys playing all the games. I'm like so jealous. Like Rainbow Six, we were talking about before the show, and I was just like, I gotta play all these games like from now till like next week because when the Legion Alpha servers come back up, I'm right back into WoW. So
Have they said when that's supposed to happen?
no, I just guess.
It's kind of like Blizzard time.
Yeah, it's like Blizzard time. It's kind of like you have to literally follow like every Blizzard developer or like systems engineer or server engineer, and just they give out like these little tweet messages, like a big red button being pushed, so everyone starts freaking out, and you know that the servers might come up, and then it's like 2 days later and they're still not up.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Those guys must have so much fun messing with the fans sometimes.
do.
I've seen some of those tweets, and they're so amazingly suggestive, and then they're just like, "Oh, we fixed a bug."
Yeah.
Like lore,
Lore's the biggest troll of it all,
yeah,
for sure.
Lore comes into my channel. He's a mod. He comes into my channel and he's like, "Hey, Towelliee and viewers," and he's like, I'm thinking 11 o'clock is looking pretty good right now. So we're all freaking out at 11 o'clock. He's like, "All right, it's lunchtime. I'm having this great pastrami sandwich. It's really amazing." And I'm like, "I fucking hate you." It's like,
It's got to be tempting when you have that stranglehold on some people's emotions.
yeah, that's what he does. He has us all crying like every time. So we actually know that we're close to getting the alpha or beta back when he's in my channel and just talking and yapping away. So
Gotcha.
I just picture like the prison guard coming up to the guy who's been starving and like licking like an Oreo in front of you. This is delicious.
creaminess. Yeah. I mean, but that's been it, man. I mean, I've just been like just delved into Legion so hardcore. I mean, I'm even doing different things. So I'm like healing and like DPSing, things I've never done.
They got you to heal?
Yeah. You don't even want to know.
Jesus.
No, yeah, that was terrible. But it's like the first expansion for WoW where, because of like that whole new artifact weapon system that I actually want to play other specs. And I've done more DPSing and healing than I've actually done tanking during so far the alpha. And it's been just so much fun.
There you go. There you go. Zeke, what's one interesting thing that's happened to you since the 16th? I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's happened to all of us. That's why this is a little bit.
Sure. I found out Virginia is fucking cold. Like, it can get like fucking disgustingly cold out here.
How cold is it in Virginia? And also, why are you in Virginia? I guess you should tell everyone that in case they don't know.
I'm here for Awesome Games Done Quick. I did the St. Jude fundraiser this year. And I said the top donator, I would fly out to wherever you live and spend a weekend with you or whatever. And just so happened the top donator lived right near where AGDQ was happening. So we organized that. He said, "Yeah, you come on out. AGDQ is in January. Why don't you do that?" And I said, "That'd be fucking awesome." So I'm down here for that, staying at his place, popping into the convention center whenever I see a game there that I want to watch live and that kind of thing. And it's been a blast, man. An experience, to be sure.
Is this the first time you've been? You went last year, right?
No, I never been in person. No.
Okay.
Never been there.
Who was it that went last year that I maybe I'm just misimagining things or making
Waffle?
things up.
Waffle, I think, went last year.
Waffle went last
Oh yeah,
year.
that's right. Waffle went. Okay, that makes sense. I knew there was some streamer that went last year as well. Are there any other streamers out there? I guess of your size, maybe. I don't know.
Well,
how to say that.
no, there are, but there are. It's a different world, man.
Is it?
It's like, well, no, I'm sure it's like it'd be the same if I went to like an esports event. It's just a completely different community that I've always wanted to, become more a part of, or at least more familiar with. And like I'm not like trying to blow myself up or anything, but JP, Towelliee, Carnage, you guys know when you go to like a PAX or something like that, you get stopped every once in a while and people say, "Hey, I like you, like what you do," and shake your hand and want to take pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm a nobody out here, and I'm loving the shit.
That's awesome. That's great.
Nobody knows me at all. Like, I've had 2 people come up and say, "Oh, hey, Zeke, what's going on?" But the rest of them, I wander around like just like a fan, which is great. I have so much fun just sitting in the audience watching people who are way better at shit, like the shit I do it.
Are there superstars there? Like,
oh yeah. There are people there that the speedrunning community like bows to. Like, the name that comes to mind is like Trihex. Like, everyone knows and loves that guy, and he's like, they fangirl.
Yeah.
When they see him.
Yeah. What about some of the what about like Spike Vegeta? Does he get the recognition? He's one of the announcers. That's like the most recognizable voice of the whole GDQ thing that I know.
Oh, sure. Yeah, yeah. Well, and the hair. The hair.
Yeah, you noticed the hair right away. Yeah,
The hair doesn't hurt.
yeah,
But yeah, it's difficult to see like who actually gets like fawned on and stuff because it's such a long event. It's just people coming in and out 24 hours for an entire week. So you never know who you're gonna actually see that's doing the announcing or that's there that day or whatever.
Yeah.
Because it's difficult to try and stay like in a seat for that long. I mean, even if you really love the games that are being played.
right.
Because it's not like laying on your couch where you're comfortable, like, you know, laying on like having an armchair or whatever. It's like, you know, just regular old chairs and you're kind of just sitting there plopped down. Like if they had like the whole thing was couches, I bet that thing would be packed all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder why they don't have it set up like that. I mean, I guess it makes it's probably fire hazard bullshit, but or fire restrictions from the venue that they're at, but I don't know why they wouldn't do something like that.
Yeah.
Did you meet Blue Glass or Yellow Shirt Guy? Is he's more prominently known on the internet?
No, I haven't.
I said Blue Glass because I know he hates Yellow Shirt Guy is the name, but
Yep. No, I saw him. It was pointed out to me.
yeah.
Like, that's the Yellow Shirt Guy. I was like, really? And they're like, yeah, it's right there. Like, okay. But yeah, I saw him, but I never like, you know, introduced myself or anything.
Yeah. What runs have you sat in on? You said you've been sitting in on some.
Oh yeah. Let's see. I've sat in on quite a few. I sat in on the last night I did the Half-Life 2 Portal 2.
Okay.
Sat in on both of those. I made it for a lot of the indie block, which I was really excited for. Stayed from the beginning, mostly the beginning, like of Ori and the Blind Forest.
I watched that one, yeah. Watched that
And
one
then
start to
stayed
finish.
through Hotline Miami. And then the people, like everybody in my group was like starting to,
Not off.
yeah. I mean, that's like, you know, it's like 5-6 hours of watching video games in a chair that's semi-comfortable.
Right, right.
So we went back home and I tried to watch like a couple more hours of it before I fell asleep.
What did you think of that Ori run? I everyone in chat was just like, it looks like they're just playing the game. Like it doesn't look that difficult. But having played the game, and I think everyone here has as well, that stuff is fucking really hard. Like, it's so fucking difficult what they were doing. But it looks just like they're normally casually playing the game.
That's the thing. When you're really good at something, you make it look like it's fucking easy.
Yeah. They were doing like really, really hard, super insane jumps that would just like skip so much content that I didn't even know were possible. That was super fun to watch.
And the way they work around like cutscene skips and story skips and stuff like that, like you don't understand. Like when you were seeing, I always want to call him Gummo, but it's Gummo. I think.
Yeah, the big lanky guy, whatever it is.
Yeah. But every time you saw him, it was out of order. Like you would see like the cutscene would happen, but it would be like way like it would be like you'd see the third cutscene first, and then you know so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't stop the action.
Yeah, they break it. They break it.
Yeah.
It's good
Yeah,
fun.
it's great.
I definitely recommend watching the Ori and the Blind Forest run. I guess this will probably be the one time we do talk about GDQ here because we could talk about it forever, but there's so much other stuff. Towelliee or Co, have you guys been watching it at all? Have you seen any runs in particular that come to mind for the Games Done Quick charity marathon going on right now?
Go ahead, Towelliee.
No, I haven't watched it at all. Last year I caught a lot of it, but this year I haven't had a chance to actually watch any of it. I think because my stream times were different last year compared to this year. So
Yeah.
I've gotten to watch a little bit of it when I can. Like yesterday, I was watching the Portal stuff. Watched the two-handed Metroid or the two-player Metroid, one on each side of the controller.
Yeah.
Oh my god, man. I mean, I kind of see something like AGDQ as the predecessor to like the gaming Olympics that I wouldn't be surprised if they had someday, where it was just where they gave, you know, meaningful prizes for people playing games extremely, extremely well. And it's really cool because there's not a lot of places you can go for that kind of thing. And it's really fun to watch no matter what they're playing. It could be a game you're just totally not interested in. You watch it for 10 minutes and you're going to see stuff you've never seen before.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah, I was watching, there was a Goof Troop, or I don't know if it's called Goof Troop, but it was like the Goofy game for the NES.
It was, I think it was Goof Troop.
It's Goof Troop, and it was a guy playing, I wish I could shout out the name. Maybe chat will be able to bring it up. I think he was European. He was playing Goof Troop, 2-player, 1 controller, or sorry, one person, two controllers. So he had two SNES controllers in one hand, and then he would like swap them when he needed to play as the kid Goofy, whatever his Max I think is his name, or when he needed to play as a Goofy. And he was doing like, he was controlling them both at the same times and like moving them in these puzzles rooms, and then would like throw a bomb from one to the other while still continuously moving down to the corner, and the other one throwing the bomb on top of something to like trigger the effect so that he could get through the room the fastest. I was just like, this, like, not only is it difficult to remember the route, but it's difficult to just control it the way that he's controlling it. Like, he's adding more difficulty to actually doing the game. And that was super fun to watch. Yeah. Yes, exactly. That's how do you pronounce it again? Yagamoth? Is that it? Is that what you said, Z?
I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it, but yeah, Yagamoth.
I think that's who it was. Yeah, he was super fun to watch. He was super fun to watch. And then I got sucked into watching the fucking Kingdom Hearts speedrun for Kingdom Hearts.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
I would love to see that. How was that?
It was pretty cool because they played it on Proud hard mode, like Proud plus hard or whatever. And so he would do bosses where he would get hit twice and he would die. Because that's just how hard that game is. Kingdom Hearts 1 is notoriously hard, and then they put it on Proud mode, which is even worse. And then by the choices they make, it's even harder, but the route is faster because of what it opens up or something like that. And they were just blowing through it. He only died a couple times on I think it was Clayton, which is like the Jungle Book boss or some shit. But I haven't watched the other half of the run. It's like a 4-hour run, so I want to go back and watch that. But
as someone who had never played Kingdom Hearts, I caught some portions of that, specifically like I sat down beginning to end for that whole boss fight where he's like, we can't do a full combo because he'll parry the third hit and we can only do 2 hits. And this is a strategy that was come up by this guy. And I was just sitting here the whole time going, I had no idea this game was this deep.
Yeah, you're right. That's one of the coolest things is when the commentators, like the people on the couch or even the runner, is like so knowledgeable and so good that he can talk about in depth what's going on and not just like do it. And it makes it so much more enjoyable to watch because you're just like, wow, these guys they know like everything that's going on in this game. It's like they did the Legend of Zelda run yesterday where like in 30 minutes or whatever, they beat the original Legend of Zelda. And they were talking about it like intricate details on how if they get hit twice or something, they have to like count how many times they're hit the entire run or it won't spawn a fairy or some shit like that. And I was just
they know exactly how many enemies they have to kill to get a bomb, a fairy drop, that kind of stuff.
I was just like, the amount of shit that they're storing in their head while continuously talking about the run it's awesome. It's always like that too. It's not something new that has come up, but I think I'm most surprised. Well, go ahead.
One thing I've noticed with AGDQ though, it's like the commentators, it's like sometimes they're extremely knowledgeable. They know exactly what they're watching and everything's great.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's just like, bad joke. 30 seconds later, bad joke.
Yeah.
A minute goes by. He talks to someone off screen. 30 seconds, bad joke. And it's just like,
you can tell which one of the guys are like streamers and which like could sit in an entertaining way do, and some of the other people are just like kind of socially awkward.
Some are like encyclopedias of cool tips and little facts, and like you're just watching it's like watching something on Discovery Channel about the game they're playing.
Yeah.
And then other times it's just kind of like, oh,
there's such a cornucopia.
Yeah,
of,
such diversity.
Like, personalities. More often than not, it's like you said. There's the guy playing the game, and there's a couple people on the couch, all really knowledgeable about it. They're telling you like this move was named after the guy who created it, and this, and shout out to this guy who made this. And then you get like the guys who are really, really trying too hard to be funny.
Yeah,
they're just like, and then like that one didn't land. Let me try this one. And that in and of itself can be very funny for me.
Yeah.
I don't remember the one run, but this one guy, he kept making the same joke. And I think he was thinking people didn't get it, but it was just that it wasn't funny. He kept making the same joke. And every time it was just like,
yeah. Come on.
Oh, I forgot. So coming up in the next, I think it's about to start here pretty soon. Don't watch this show. This show is trash. Go watch that. They're doing a Battletoads run. And the guy's going to do the turbo tunnel blindfolded.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So the fucking tunnel in Battletoads, like one of the hardest things as a kid that I remember doing in video games, he's going to do it blindfolded.
I call shenanigans.
So I would definitely go check that out. It's a 35-minute run. And they got Donkey Kong today. Kaizo Mario Brothers 3 will probably be pretty good. That's tonight at 6. Then they do they have Super Mario Maker. What are they doing there?
They're doing, as far as I remember, they're doing ones that I think they created themselves for each other.
It says custom level blind race.
And they're blind. Yes, they're going through levels blind.
Okay. That'll probably be really
but also,
cool.
they're also doing like the notoriously, like the ones that everyone's heard of.
Have you seen Val's flying? Is that? I tweeted it out the other day. Let me see if I can find it real quick. It is here it is. Is this it? No, that's not it. God damn it. Go ahead. Let me find this, Zeke.
They're doing like some of the notoriously hard ones that they've had practice on, and they've done several times before. But as far as I know, they're doing like blind ones that have been created. I don't know if they created them or they've actually just been created for AGDQ. I'm not like real solid on that, but I think that is going to be fantastic to see. Really professional, like awesome Mario players see something and try something for the first time and see who can riddle it out the best or the fastest.
No, that's gonna be awesome. That's tonight at 6:53 is when that's supposed to start. Look at this fucking level. I saw this the other day. Dan Reichert tweeted this out. I'll probably get claimed for showing this. I'm not gonna put audio. Look at this shit. This is fucking absurd. It's it just goes nonstop and you have to hit all. It's not an auto runner. This is all like actual skill involved in all this shit.
What the?
This is like one of the hardest levels I've ever seen. And I assume once you actually complete it,
What's going on?
it's pretty simple because you have to have done it so many fucking times. But there's like no ground there.
It's not even play WoW. Like
yeah.
Oh, and it's not. Oh, it wasn't done yet.
No. It's like 1:30. He times it there by spinning, so he knows to go on like the 4th spin jump. Then he hits this thing and carries us all the way to the end. And there's so many like random triggers that he has to hit with these PAL blocks in order to do this properly. It's fucking absurd, man. He does it again here too.
So an actual person is doing this?
Yes, like look, he times it there, then watch this. He has to spin here to jump off of that to go up the thing. And then watch the end here. You have to jump up there and make sure you duck or the flames will hit you. But if you duck, the flagpole will hit you at the right time in the frame so you can finish the level.
Oh my God.
That's the hardest level I've seen in Mario Maker thus far. It's fucking insane. It's called
Just looking at that made me nervous.
yeah.
Like what?
Yeah. It's called Val's Airspace is the name of that. VAL 'S. It's in the comments of that it says it took 38 hours to upload. So he was playing that level for 38 hours.
Did he make it himself?
Yeah. So in order to upload the level,
the
you
guy
have to.
who made it.
Yeah, in order to upload the level, you have to beat it, right? So he just recorded himself playing for that long and then finally beat it.
Watching that gives me diarrhea.
Does anyone know if Whitwix has played it?
I don't know. I don't know if he's done it or not. I've
He's
watched
been doing that so much lately.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's done that one.
I've watched Whitwix do the hard levels before, but I don't know if he's done that one yet. I'm sure chat will definitely mention if he has. But yeah, Mario Maker's still a pretty cool thing to watch. I don't know if it's necessarily cool to play, but I definitely still enjoy it.
Yeah, I also heard that Whitwix wasn't at this AGDQ and that Zeke was going to be doing a Bashi speedrun.
I heard, he's going to do a surprise.
$5 for every death that he got.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Oh, yeah, I'll be right there. Hold on, guys. I got to go.
What you got to do, bro? Yeah. That sounds...
They're calling you for the run, Zeke. You got to go.
I know. Yeah, no, it's an old joke that I'm gonna do a Bobby speedrun someday, and it keeps getting funnier every time I hear it.
You know what would be
actually your reaction keeps getting better. I think that's why we keep doing it.
What you should do, Zeke, is just practice Bashi 2 or 3 hours a night, and then just be like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna run Bashi just out of nowhere. Just show up, and then just crush Bashi.
And just crush it.
You would literally hear mines blowing up like bombs all across the world. Everyone could hear it, no matter. You just heads exploding everywhere. It'd be a magical thing. It really would.
It'd be fun stuff. It'll be fun stuff. Cole, we got to complete the circle. What's the most interesting thing to happen to you since our last show on the 16th of December?
Definitely my kicking Mass Effect in the face has been probably the biggest thing.
I saw you're using mods for that, right?
No, I used mods on my first Mass Effect.
So Mass Effect 3 just looks that good because that game looks fucking amazing.
Dude, I mean playing all games like 1, 2, and 3 back to back. I love doing franchise playthroughs because it makes the games you play, especially once towards the end, so much more meaningful. Like when all the stuff that just happened was fresh in your mind. And for some reason, one of my cats was cutting onions today when Morden died because that had completely slipped my mind.
Does he die no matter what you do?
No, actually, there's decisions you can make in previous games to change what happens in that scene, but I have to say that it couldn't, like, that's how it's meant to be. Like the whole situation and how it ends and how everything goes, it's definitely a big part of the whole game as a whole. It makes it so much more impactful, and it's been really good. But no, and then Rainbow Six, been doing a lot of Rainbow Six, trying to work myself through XCOM. Oh my lord, that game. And I'm on normal.
Oh, you're not playing on Iron Man or whatever it is? Or classic, I guess, is the next level?
I'm just playing on normal.
The game is very difficult. The first time I beat it was on normal as well, because classic was just too difficult.
And for those saying that I spoiled them, he doesn't have to die. Like, again, this is a game that gives you choice. He just died in my game.
The rule of limitations on this game's been out for fucking ever.
How long's that been out? Eat a dick.
Yeah.
There's like go play it. Go play it.
Yeah.
Year.
It's been there a while. Have you played these before, Co?
I played all of them when they came out, and
off stream.
I've never played them on stream before. This is the first time I played them on stream. And the third one, when it came out, I was working a lot at the time. In fact, I was doing mandatory overtime. Yay. So with Mass Effect 3, when it came out, I like zipped through it. Like no side quests, totally messed up the story, like no DLC. So it's basically been like playing them all for the first time. I have a horrible memory. So I don't remember any of the stuff that happened. But it's been awesome, like playing them again. I highly recommend, because there's Andromeda coming out at the end of next year, and even though they're not going to be as nearly as connected as Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, it's a great time to stream all of them for streamers out there. Like, and playing 1, 2, and 3 and carrying your game between them and letting the users and viewers, vote on what you do and vote on your choices and stuff. It's an experience. It's a lot of fun. Highly recommended to new streamers and old streamers alike.
How rough was Mass Effect 1? Does it hold up?
With the mods, it actually blew me away.
Yeah.
The game looks great with mods, like really good. In fact, some of the characters from modded ME1, people were saying how the characters in ME2 looked worse. So it was they've had some really nice mods, like 4K support, full high-res textures.
Wow.
There were mods in 2 I didn't even use that apparently make it look a lot better. There's a cinema mod you can get that does a whole bunch of stuff to the lighting I'm not using that apparently makes it look even better.
Is that like a not a Sky something FX, Sweet FX? Is that a Sweet FX mod?
No, they're actually mods like on Nexus. Like you can actually download them and install them. So
gotcha.
It's really cool stuff. I got to say that the controls in 1 and 2 definitely felt a little bit dated, and the difficulty was, like, I played both of them on Insanity, and I'm playing the third on I played the first one on Veteran because that's the most you can do, and then the second one on Insanity as an Adept. And man, there were a few rage-inducing times, like times when you die and you're just looking at the screen like, what do they expect me to do here? Like, what am I supposed to do? Just like, yeah, it was pretty rough a couple times.
How do you decide, like, with your audience, how do you decide on, like, spur of the moment decisions?
Yeah.
We have an in-channel poll system that, so like I can type command line, it'll pop a poll on the screen and then people can vote on it. My system is custom, but there are lots of systems out there and bots that do similar stuff.
Well, how fast does it, or excuse me, how long, I guess, do you give them to vote?
A minute.
Oh, okay.
Rapid fire,
in fact, my poll system has a countdown timer, so it shows on the screen like you have this long left to vote, and it's like a pie graph that updates in real time. And
you don't find that it breaks up the action too much?
Not at all. In fact, what I do is, since it's only a minute, it's not that bad anyway. But if I ever come up to a big, like, important decision, I'll usually give it like 2 or 3 minutes, and it's a great time to, like, grab a drink, use a bathroom if I have to. Like, that's when I do my breaks, is whenever these big polls come up. I kind of find things to do during them. Or I just switch over to another screen, and sometimes I'll talk about something completely different for a few minutes while they decide. And it works out really well. It's a nice little reprieve. Also, it lets people think about the choices. Some of the choices in the Mass Effect series are big, and they're not black and white. Like, they are, you have to kind of consider a lot of different factors at once. So it's good. It's very good.
I'm still surprised at how good Mass Effect 3 looks on the PC. You're running this is this 1080p or 1440?
1080.
1080.
Yeah. I'm still, I don't do 4K yet.
Yeah. It looks fucking good for sure.
And then my other big thing is I may have opened my first Kickstarter of the year yesterday.
Yeah, what I guess first talk about what that is, and then I'll ask you some other questions about it. So
Sure.
what is your Kickstarter?
So the Kickstarter is for Project Ergata, Project Resurgence. And what it is a game by Nectar Game Studios, which I'm a part owner of. And I have a thing on my YouTube kind of in a 15-minute format of all this stuff. But basically I was making this game before I streamed on Twitch, and I was really big in the development, and then I found Twitch and kind of handed the game off to Nectar Game Studios, who's been developing it for the last 2 years. And now finally all the planets aligned, and basically the people working on it needed the money to continue working on it. And we are now at a point where we have opened the Kickstarter, and hopefully we will have a successful Kickstarter and be able to develop the project. First episode is due February 2017, and there's a lot of big stuff in it. And yeah, it's going to be the first Kickstarter of mine in 2016.
So what is it like? What's it like releasing a Kickstarter? I mean, is this kind of the same thing? Is there the nervous tick of I guess I can relate to it as a Twitch streamer of like, I don't know, looking at followers, looking at sub count. Is it kind of that thing, like looking at the dollar amount each day, or what is the process like?
It is extremely nerve-wracking, as it is my first one. The big thing is as people know, as someone, I stream every single day. I do okay on Twitch. This Kickstarter isn't really for me. It's for the game. It's for the people working on the studio. If it's the kind of thing where I want nothing more than this to succeed, for the product to be brought out. Like, it's a game I came up with. I came up with the lore, the mechanics, the concept. I really want to see this game made. So in that kind of terms, it's kind of a weird position, because even though it's all my idea and everything, I haven't been the one developing it for the last 2 years. So it's kind of it's a weird position to be in. It's not a normal one. That being said, from a streaming perspective, it's really cool being able to, talk about it. And I've talked about the game a long time now, since, before it came out.
Right.
It is definitely an interesting experience. And it's definitely one of those things where you're constantly looking at it, wondering, doing math, like, do you think we'll make it? Like, we had a huge first day yesterday. Huge. Got almost $30,000 on our first day.
Right.
Which was, again, mind-blowing. But then, of course, that's the initial hype. So now it's like, okay, well, hopefully, we, as it winds down, we'll also really drum up, because Kickstarters tend to really kind of pick up towards the end.
Sure.
But then there's this weird, like, 3-week middle ground where it's, you have to balance, promoting it, but at the same time, it's weird. It's a lot of curveballs that I didn't really expect, and they're all new. So
everyone I've talked to that's done a Kickstarter before has always told me they're like one of the most nerve-wracking things, because it's literally like watching your success tick forward to almost being a success, like one by one. Like literally every dollar that comes in, it's like, hey, we're a little bit closer. Like I can see a little bit closer.
And
it just seems dreadful.
Like the team that's been working on it at Nectar Game Studios, they're a team almost 40 strong right now. Many of them have been working on this for the last 2 years, unpaid. So, our Kickstarter right now is at $160,000, which is a huge amount of money. Like, that's a mind-blowing amount of money.
Right.
But then you sit down, like when my project lead first told me this number, I was like, what? And then we sat down and went over the numbers, and it's like, we're, these numbers, this is assuming we're paying people like $10 an hour, people that could easily go to other positions and get a lot more for what they're doing. Like when you think about, like, in terms of a game being developed, all the people involved, all the things that have to get paid for, 160 is really not a lot of money, but at the same time, it's a huge amount of money. You know what I mean? So it's again, it's a weird line to be walking. It's a weird line to be walking.
Get a sugar daddy.
That works too.
Hopefully we'll get one before the end of the Kickstarter. We've already got some big donators, no question. But yeah.
I have a question. Can I have alpha?
Here's the thing.
I like the delivery on that. It was such the quintessential streamer. Like, yeah, can I just get alpha?
We've got a huge amount of very fun plans if this Kickstarter is successful. We're talking like going to streamers, getting streamers to do potential voice acting, Zeke, doing like all sorts of really big things. But the problem And this is the biggest thing. And this goes back to JP and about how nerve-wracking it is. It's like, we can't do any of this if the Kickstarter isn't successful. So it's like, I have to be really careful. I can't just go around and be announcing all this really cool stuff, because it's like, it's not successful yet. And there's a chance that I could say all this stuff that we may not be able to have happen. But
especially now where I feel like Kickstarters, compared to a year or two ago, they're under such a microscope and under such scrutiny, where if they don't deliver on what is promised or something changes, like you saw, what was it? The Shenmue, I think it's a Shenmue Kickstarter, is not going to give access to PayPal users or something like that now, which was some news that came out the other day. And it's like,
whoa,
that's like PayPal's probably the number one revenue source people use to pay for that, I would think. So
wait, but why? I mean, I kicked that game through PayPal, so why are they? What?
I know.
Towelliee's like, wait,
no, what?
I'll go look and actually read the story instead of just pulling out the. Let's see. PayPal backers denied Kickstarter exclusive reward options as originally promised. So it's reward options. I don't know what that means. But yeah, like it's that type of stuff. So that only adds to the amount of anxiety that I would think comes from all of this as well.
Yeah.
But the short answer is it's, we've learned, and me especially, over the last 2 years on Twitch, we know what people like about Kickstarters. We know what people hate about Kickstarters. We very much modeled our Kickstarter around full transparency, updates all the time. You can go to the Kickstarter, see where every penny of our money is going. We have a full roadmap with milestones. Every 2 weeks after the hopefully successful Kickstarter, I'm going to be talking about what was accomplished on the project for those 2 weeks. We're going to be bringing on devs to talk about the project, and this is until it's complete. It's all about transparency and honesty. Because basically a Kickstarter is a promise. That's all it is. It's a promise from the creators to the people paying for it that you're going to get them this product. And I talked to my guy Rob Surgens in chat right now. That's actually the studio lead right now. And we had some big discussions about how we really need to do this right. And the last 3 months have been devoted to trying to basically do it right. After all the feedback we've heard, all the stuff we've done. And it's going to be really interesting to see how it goes. I'm still in the process of bribing Dan's Gaming for a positive Kickstarter review.
Yeah, that's right. He does the Kickstarter reviews.
Yeah, he's going to. Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
He does those at the end of every month, right?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah. Well, how many days is left on the thing? On your Kickstarter?
A little over 30 days. It's a 35 day, and it started yesterday.
You should get reviewed then. He'll definitely review it.
Oh yeah.
So that'll be.
I'll have to see. We've got a long way to go.
Pony up that dough. Let's go. Let's make it happen.
There you go. Well, cool. Let's talk about what we've been streaming a little bit more in depth. I played a shit ton of games because I wanted to be able to try to think about everything that was released in 2015 for our Game of the Year. I want to start this off. We shouldn't have done it on the 20th. That's way too late in January to do Game of the Year stuff.
I was going to say anything.
Yeah, but whatever. We're doing it anyways. It's already happening. But I finished off a lot of the games that I think would be contenders for something like that. At least we're doing top 10 lists. We're not going to do like an official Drop Games Game of the Year or Drop Frames
Drop
Game
Games
of the Year. We could have called it the Drop Games.
Dropped games. That's
we
great.
should do a Dropped Games of just like the bad games of the year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd
Biggest
be good.
disappointments.
Because Undertale would be number 1 on that list.
Arc would be, or not Arc. Archage.
Arcade, yeah. Oh yeah, that would be up there. That would be up there. Well, I mean, what do you? Here, I'll throw it to you guys. I could talk about Undertale. I could talk about Tales from the Borderlands. I could talk about Rainbow Six, which I think a lot of people played. I could talk about Assassin's Creed. What do you want to talk about?
I would love to hear what you think about Undertale. I have never played it. It is one of my next games up, so I'd appreciate no spoilers, but I'd love to know what you think about it.
I play that.
So, you know that guy in your life or on Reddit or something like that that finds a meme that he really likes. Let's say he's a big fan of I can't even think of any memes
I
right now.
can't wait for this. This is gonna be so good.
I'm just gonna go Google meme. That's the Asian father one. That one's not that good. Whatever. Okay, let's do the exhibit one. The yo dog, I heard you like kids, so I put a kid in your kid. That type of stuff. All right. So imagine this guy goes out and he's like, wait a minute. What if I applied the idea of a meme into a video game and put pretty cool elements around that? That is Undertale. Undertale is a game of memes. And it fucking lit fire under everyone's asses. And they're just like, if you go on the Undertale subreddit, it's literally people just posting these memes, talking to one another for hours upon hours upon hours. And if you buy into that, then the game's a lot of fun. I didn't buy into it.
JP, are they dank memes?
Some people like to think so.
I'm still unclear as to what there's an airplane enemy in the game that was there was a word. It's an anime word.
Oh, the Tsunder plane or Tsunder plane? Yeah.
I'm still completely unsure as to what that is.
Yeah, I'm not going to try to explain it.
I'm not a meme guy at all. Like I barely know like the memes that everyone else knows.
Well, it's not that they used some memes were used in this, but it's like they tried to create a game that had its own memes, and they struck gold because a lot of the stuff was like people caught on, and there's like, this is awesome. Like I love dating the skeleton, or I can't even think of all the other. A lot of the stuff is spoilery, so I don't want to talk about it too much. But there's the other thing too, where a lot of people are like, they really love the characters in the games, and most of them I just found to be really annoying. Maybe it was I didn't go into it with the right mood or something. I don't know. I respect the game for what it is. I understand exactly why it's so fucking huge, and why it's sold so many copies, and why it's just like the indie darling of 2015. But I just.
You understand that? Is that what you said?
I understand why, but I'm just not. I did not enjoy it. It was 6 hours of my life that I was just kind of bored in.
6 hours, Jesus!
All right,
and that's not even the true ending. Is you got to play the game twice.
Well, it took me way longer than that. There's 3 endings you can get.
Yeah.
The pacifist,
neutral, and
the genocide,
and neutral.
The neutral, and the neutral is like 99%.
That's what I got. I got neutral. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I played it for like 12 or 13 hours, and because I was doing the pacifist all the way through. I didn't kill anybody.
And that's cool. Like that's a cool mechanic for sure. Like if
but you didn't like the writing. You didn't think the writing was pretty funny. Like as far as the reactions and the dialogue between you and characters, or characters between themselves. I thought a lot of it was kind of, especially the goddamn village of anime idiots.
Yeah,
Why? Oh my god!
I'm trying to recall a time that I like laughed in that game, and I did not have like a wholehearted. I had a bunch of like, huh, that's clever, but I didn't have like a wholehearted laugh, which is maybe not what you want to hear.
Do you think maybe you went into it not wanting to like it, and that made you not like it a little more?
That's what I'm wondering.
I think what happened here's I think what happened. It's a game that like, if someone really likes Undertale, they never shut the fuck up about Undertale. It's just like their entire life is telling you about Undertale, right? And I feel like that happened because as a streamer, that's like what we get told all the time from people in the chat, like what you like, or you get asked all the time, like, do you like this game? I really like it, blah, blah, blah. And I felt like it got put up on like such a fucking pedestal that no matter what, I would have not enjoyed the game. Because it was like, 100%. It was regarded as like such a fucking heroic game of like legendary epicness. And I go into it, I'm just like, I'm not a fan of this at all. Like, and I played it. The other thing too is that when you play this game, when you go into a game, you basically just want to fight people, right? I just fought everyone nonstop. I didn't do anything. I didn't do any of the act stuff because I didn't care. I just fought everything.
So I did.
I had such a blast doing like the voice acting and stuff, and giving everyone like a personality and whatnot. And
I'm looking forward to playing this now just to see, like, because I'm in the same boat, JP. I've had so many people tell me that it's a great game, that it's amazing. It was Dodgers Game of the Year, I think she said at one point.
Yeah. Like,
a lot of people have said it's an absolutely amazing experience. I don't know if I'm going to go in quite as jaded as it sounds you did.
I mean, I don't know if it's jaded. It might be jadedness anyway.
But yeah, well, I'm interested. I'm interested now to see what it's going to be like.
Well, and also I think you do miss several jokes and several like neat things if you go through it and with like a battle mentality.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. Interactions that you do, like pacifism isn't just like you use block and you just let the battle go. There's like all these different choices along the line with pacifism, like you can choose to like dance with them or flirt with them or all this other like pacifism choices that has like dialogue boxes that you kind of miss. And there's some good jokes in there. If I'm honest, I had a great time. I But I will say this: it's not like revolutionary.
Yeah.
It's not going to like it didn't. I wasn't like blown away by it. I was impressed by how much fun I had with it. Being that it's graphically, what it is, and the movement, and the that kind of stuff. But I thought it was a great game for what it was. But it's nowhere near like I'm not kind of a boner about it.
Right. And I don't know, Towelliee, you've checked this out? Did you play it on Sub Sunday?
Yeah, it was like the most voted game for Sub Sunday. I had like 40 something votes, and everyone was just, and it was for weeks they were hyping it up. And I see all the streamers mention Undertale, and I'm like, all right. So I launched the game. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I'm talking to like a Tauren female cowgirl, and it's like people are like, do pacifist mode, please. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? I just want to kill everybody. So I'm just like killing everyone. Everyone in the chat's going berserk. And I'm just like, I have options like flirt, and then I flirt, and then they still attack me after I flirt with them. I'm like, well, fuck you, I'm fleeing. Don't attack me after I just flirted with you. And I'm like, you know what? I don't get it. Maybe I just don't get it. And I love
They still attack me after I flirt with them.
Yeah.
Welcome to Zeke's life.
I was so upset. And then after like 45 minutes, I just kind of stopped and said, I don't like this, I guess. Maybe it's just not my cup of tea. Not even close.
Yeah, like I respect it for what it is, but when I heard people that I like have a pretty good amount of respect for saying like, oh man, this is a game changer, and then I played it, I'm just like, what the fuck is game changing? Like, it's got good writing. That's probably pretty game changer. And like the first half has these puzzles kind of like this, and then you never really see them towards the latter half of the game. Like, I don't know. We'll probably revisit it once Co plays it, because I'm interested to hear his thoughts. I want to see if he likes it as well. But Zeke liked it a lot. I didn't like it that much.
It's my style because it's text based, and I can give characters to the people in the game. Just like I had so much fun with Chrono Trigger for the same reason.
Right.
Because they don't have their own voices, so I got to do that shit, which I really enjoyed.
That was a great run.
Yeah, I will say 100%. The music in this game is great music.
Yes,
fantastic.
Good, yeah.
They knocked it out of the park with that. Especially, I'll go off screen here. Let me see if I can just play this. Okay, don't look at that. Okay, here's the music. This is the final boss music. It's so fucking good. I'm just gonna play it on stream. You guys don't get to hear it in Skype or in whatever this is called. Why is it not playing? Oh, because it's muted. Derp.
Muted VOD.
Muted VOD. Play the song. Here, can you guys hear this? Damn it, I'm terrible. Oh, you get to hear me talk too. Is that 30? Got one music? More strike. Good music. Good stuff.
That's real good.
It's good music. I like it. They made that last boss fight worth it. Made the last boss fight worth it. But yeah, that was Undertale. A game that I think a lot of people completely disregarded and no one talked about for the most part. Assassin's Creed is a pretty good game, guys.
Which one is this?
Assassin's Creed. Syndicate.
I dropped in your stream while you were playing that.
Which part? Was I raging at the combat?
No, you weren't. In fact, I remember you at one point thinking like it was your game of the year or something.
That got eclipsed by something else. But with that said, like, it's a pretty good game.
I mean, okay. It's Assassin's Creed.
It is 100% Assassin's Creed. There's nothing new about it.
So, there's nothing new about it?
For the most part, it's Assassin. There's nothing new in the game. It's Assassin's Creed. Like, there's nothing, like, super new in the game. Also, why can't I view all my past broadcasts? Did Twitch just, like, is it just fucking up to where it doesn't allow you to do that anymore?
But was it good? Like,
yes, I finished the game. I haven't finished an Assassin's Creed since, like, Assassin's Creed
Black Flag?
Revelations. No, I didn't even finish Black Flag.
I finished the first one ever. I have an unopened copy of the Syndicate right behind me. I haven't even played it yet. So if you're telling me it's good, I'm gonna
play it on the PC. Don't play the PS4 version. It runs like shit.
I only played the first Assassin's Creed, and then I never picked another one up. I'm wondering if I should, because that's like kind of one of those things that people talk about all the time, and they're always like, for the most part, Assassin's Creed games get touted as like being like really mediocre. It's like good mediocre, but they're like nothing really
Right.
awesome, but they're not bad either.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed is a franchise afraid of change.
Yeah. Well,
They're afraid to change their basic gameplay loop.
we can
And
talk
it's-
about the news that they announced on Monday, but to go to the game, like, I think a lot of the reason why I liked it is they finally made what they had with Ezio, where you had a character that you actually was a good character. Like, you were interested in what happened to this character. In the Fry twins, Evie and Jacob Fry, that you play as in the game, they're actually likable characters. And I wanted to see like what happened. The story was pretty stupid at the very end, but for the most part, like, just watching them react and interact with other people, it was enjoyable. And like a lot of the lines and dialogue that they had, I enjoyed listening to that. And then the other thing, I just like fucking stabbing dudes. I like mindless just running through a city and going up and fucking just stabbing someone and having like no consequences for the most part. And if you do, then a cop sees you, you fucking go up and stab him. And that's fun. I don't know why I enjoyed that so much. Maybe I was just enjoying like a fuck around game for once, where like there weren't too many consequences and death was not really a factor that you had to worry about too much. The other thing too that sucked is the opening of the game. You know how in most Assassin's Creed, they will throw you that, like, stay close to the target. And if you go outside of the target's thing, then you fail.
It's almost like a reverse escort. Yeah.
Yeah. All of that is backloaded in the game. They don't drop those missions until probably the last 5 or 6 main story missions. And that was one thing that kind of like hurt the game, is it just wasn't there for the first 10 hours. And I was like, this is amazing. Like, all the missions are good again. They're not just these annoying, like, stay close to this target and tail this target, or like chase this target down by like going on the rooftops, and you have to fight the game's like the inherent Assassin's Creedness of just like traversal, which is really annoying.
You're trying to go up, but it goes to the left.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
Yeah, dude.
Exactly. And I didn't experience that until the very, very end. And maybe that's why I enjoyed it as well, as it felt like they understood what the fuck they messed up in the first part.
When I dropped in your stream, you were only about halfway through it. I think you may have still been in the honeymoon phase from the sounds of it.
Yeah, I would think so. I would think so as well. But yeah, I don't know, that I had a lot of fun with that game for sure. And then Tales from the Borderlands, like,
Now, did you do all of it?
Tales from the Borderlands? Yeah, I beat all episodes of that. I mean, as much as you can say the Telltale games are games, because they're really not. They're just like interactive stories where you just kind of like watch a character react to what you push a button for. Just amazing. Just the story in that. Talk about it, Zeke. Talk about a game that made me laugh. That game made me fucking laugh so many times, like full on like losing my shit laughter.
Really? Now, people have said that over and over again.
100%, dude.
For the most part, like,
Hold on,
people have been right about a lot of different games that I've been very skeptical about. And I'm really skeptical about the Borderlands games because I don't give a shit about the Borderlands universe at all.
I don't either.
Me neither, but I played it too. It was good.
Yeah, dude. So each episode, there's 5 episodes. Each one has like this musical intro, kind of like the game stops. You stop playing the game rather, and like music kicks in the background, and like stuff's happening on screen, but they put music behind it. And the episode 4 musical intro that they do, probably like one of my favorite moments in video games of 2015. And it's not even a moment because you don't play it, you just sit there and watch it, but it was just really fucking cool what they do. And it's not a big spoiler. I'd show it on stream, but I'd probably get claimed from the music that they use. But if you want like a reason to get you to play that game, Zeke, go watch the Tales from the Borderlands episode 4 intro. It's not really a big spoiler at all for the most part, and you'll get hooked right away. Like, I showed my brother that and he was like, I got to play that game. And it's not that long a playthrough. It's like a 12-hour playthrough. You could beat it in 2 days or 3 days. So,
All right.
That's another one on my rainy day list, man. I've done the first episode, but I think I'm going to do it again and do all 4.
It's funny, man. The characters are super likable. Like, Reese is amazing. You get attached to a fucking bot, like a machine that has, it's not even he's a main character, I guess, but it's not even a person. He's just like a bot. And that's like the best character in the entire game, from a lot of people saying that.
I gotta do like a Telltale like week or 2 weeks or something, because
there's a lot of Telltale games.
There's several that I missed along the way or possibly didn't give a fair enough shot to, like Walking Dead, like Tales from Borderlands, like Game of Thrones, which I only played like the first 2 episodes since I was out.
Yeah.
But I want to play through those, and I think that would give me something to do for a good couple of weeks and give you some feedback on what I actually think about them.
Yeah. Towelliee, did you check out the Game of Thrones stuff at all? Has anyone checked out the Game of Thrones Telltale?
Yeah, I played the first like 3 episodes, but
Yeah.
I kind of stopped. I actually got bored of it. Like,
Really? Because Gold Glove said that it's his favorite.
Really?
And I've heard the same kind of what you're saying, Tally. Is it's a little bit boring.
I enjoyed it.
Oh, you
I love
played
Game
it?
of
Do all of
Thrones
them,
universe.
Zeke?
No, I did like Tally did. I only did up until they had stopped making them at that time. And then like I did not know they were not all the way out. They had only released 3 episodes, so I think or 2 episodes or whatever. So
Yeah.
I only played the ones that were out and went, oh shit, the rest of them aren't out. So I'm gonna go back to the beginning and play through all the episodes of that Game of Thrones. I liked it though. I was having a great time
Interesting.
at the end of the chapter.
Those games are a little bit. I kind of have. I've had the idea of like always playing them once they're all out, but I feel like if I played them as they came out, I'd enjoy it more. Because playing like 10 hours of a Telltale game, it's a little bit grueling. It's a little bit of like you're not playing anything.
You're not playing a game. It's like a choose your own adventure game.
Yeah,
It's
you're kind of just like
those
sitting there
old
being
books
like,
you used to read. Yeah, except it's just you're clicking to different pages instead of choosing them.
yeah. So I think I might change my philosophy on that. If I assume they're doing like a Batman one or something, right? Like that's the other one they announced.
Oh yeah, now that might be cool.
Yeah, or it might be really bad. If they got to do it right.
I mean, the next
one I
evolution of that was the Until Dawn. I mean, Until Dawn is basically a Telltale game with some stuff on top of it. So, you know,
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll see more of that kind of stuff come out.
I think so. Zeke, what were
The
you
one,
gonna
I
say?
had the one I had the most fun with was Wolf Among Us, and that's because I knew the entire world. I
The
knew
source material, yeah.
the series, and I had a lot of fun, like being that, which I don't get to do very often, being that nerdy guy going like, that would never happen because if there was a guy behind the door, Big Bad Wolf would have smelled him. He wouldn't even have to ask about it. He would have just been able to sniff him out, and there would have been no problem. I don't know. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
Immersion ruin.
Yeah, right.
Immersion ruined.
But no, I had fun like going like, oh, I know this guy, I know this guy, you know, these guys are new, and yeah. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And then Rainbow Six, I jumped to that recently. We were talking about that before the cast. That game's it's just a good game. And I didn't expect it to be after playing the beta. Did you play much of the beta at all, Co? You didn't play it at all, right?
Well, actually, it's kind of funny. I played the beta a lot. I put like 13, 15 hours in the
Oh, you
beta.
played a lot,
That was
okay.
one of the reasons I waited so long on release, because I thought that I had played all of it. I thought that I'd seen all there was to see. So if you remember when Rainbow Six came out, I was like, I'm not really that hyped about it. Didn't really. But then I sat down and tried it, and now I'm like level 49 or something, and I've never played a ranked game, and I play it almost every day, and it's definitely the most game I've played offline for the last month, and it's just one of those games you can keep going back to. And you know, you play it enough and you open up Rainbow Six, and within seconds, even if I'm not streaming, I'll have like a full squad of people I know, and we'll go in and play like 30. I mean, it's a huge amount of fun to play.
It's a good one.
I really enjoy it.
It's I think the most impressive thing about that game is the levels in that game are just like pretty generic levels, right? There's nothing crazy about them. It's just a generic FPS level. But the fact that you can like destroy a small little corner in a wall, and then that opens up like some crazy fucking shot if they walk up the staircase, makes it infinitely fun because it's always going to be changing like that. Or you can have your back up against a wall and someone just like shoots the bottom or melees the bottom wood plank, and so they could see a little bit more of what's on there, and they could see your feet maybe, or you lying against it, and then just take you out that way. Like it's a lot of fun. What were we gonna say?
There's just like kind of to expand on what you were saying, there's so many little gotchas in the game, like understanding what to do if there's a guy with the shield approaching you, understanding what different devices sound like so you know how to react. If you hear a beeping coming downstairs, you know there's C4, you got to be careful. You know, if you're walking around, you hear a jammer sound, you know how to, it's just, and all the different classes offer completely different ways to play. It's one of the more expansive kind of competitive shooters I've played in a long time.
Yeah.
And Yeah, I don't know, dude. I've just had a great amount of fun with it, and I still am. And now they're coming out with like a bunch of like new maps and operators pretty soon. They have like the Canadian and Japanese forces going in or something with
Something
new
like
operators.
that.
And
And I think
yeah, I mean,
it's all free, right? There's no you can buy in early, I think is what it is.
this is where I get a little confused because I'm one of the people that bought the season pass, and then I got told that apparently we get new ops and maps for free. So now I'm going, okay, so
You get 'em
what
early.
did I get the season pass for? Like oh, we get it early? Is that what you said?
You get from what I was told, you get it like a week or so earlier than other people, like before they actually get released to the public.
Okay.
So
So I get to play with less people for a week. Okay.
yeah, again, maybe it's just gonna be grayed out, and people will have them in their groups, but they can't pick them. I don't. That would be really dumb if they split the player base up like that.
Oh, it's Canadian. That's right. Because we were talking about like what are the new Canadian operators going to be like, and we were like one of them's going to be a Mountie, and their special ability is pulling out a moose, and they get more run speed and they can ride around on their moose. I mean, I hope they do some really fun stuff.
Yeah,
but
that'd be cool.
Like poutine power-ups.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
Like a Took as armor.
Yep, that's it. What else you got, Zeke? What other?
And they don't. And you lose every match if you choose a Canadian guy because they never fight anything.
Yeah, or every time they kill someone, they just say I'm sorry. They just kill them.
Yeah,
I'm so
Every
sorry.
time they kill someone, you hear them like whisper, "I'm sorry about that."
Yeah,
What are we fighting about?
yeah,
Who's around that corner, eh?
exactly.
I really hope. I don't remember if it's Chinese or Japanese coming out, but someone mentioned how cool it would be if like they had like a throwing knife kind of thing as their special things. They were like, like throw it. Like there's all sorts of fun stuff. That's one of the things we were also talking about. There's so many cool things they could do, like with the new operators, like from flying drones to ladders, so you can go up levels to like.
Ooh, that'd be sick.
So many cool things they could put in this game, and also the new maps will be really cool too. But
yeah, it does have its issues though.
Oh yeah,
to say that we should just put that out there.
It does have its issues, but I gotta say, like when I first started playing Rainbow Six, trying to play with friends was a nightmare. Like you would join in rounds and they would crash, and then you try to join and you'd have to quit the game and reopen it and stuff. And then they patched it, and all those issues disappeared.
Yeah, the connectivity issues are definitely
it was
better.
great. It was like a magic patch. And don't get me wrong, there's still some issues. You know, like sometimes you'll load in and can't pick an operator, and that'll kind of screw you for that round and stuff. But it was a big step in the right direction.
Yeah,
that was really nice, and they've got some more patches on the way. So
I wish there was some audio normalization on mics, like the varying range of mic. It's not just quality. It's not like user mic quality, but just the volume on some people. It's like some people sound like this all the fucking time when you're playing in the game, and some people sound like this when you're playing as well. So there's nothing. You can't like fix that on your own.
I was trying to play with my buddy Force Strategy Gaming. He's been playing a lot lately.
Yeah.
Really cool YouTuber, if you guys haven't heard of him. But he was like, everyone on my team was perfect volume, except he sounded kind of like this if you were kind of off to the side. Yeah. And I tried for like 15 minutes trying to find a way to turn him up. And he was messing with his audio and I was messing with it. And it was a total mess. That's definitely one of the bigger problems right now. And the worst part is you need communication in that game.
You absolutely
One
do.
team is communicating and the other team isn't. That other team, the first team, the one that's communicating, they can be significantly worse than the team that's not communicating and still win.
Yep.
It's pretty crazy.
The other thing too
How
is
easy is it to pick up and play for someone who sucks like me?
It's not.
Good.
I'll be totally honest with you. It took me like probably a good 3 or 4 hours to not only understand what I was doing, but you need to understand like who you're playing against, like what happens if you see a little red line across the bottom of a door, you know, what to do if you hear some dude sprinting down the hall at you, what to do when a guy with a shield's coming at you. Like there's a lot to learn, but once it's kind of one of those things where after 3 or 4 hours you've been playing it, you get all the basics down and then it starts to be really fun. And then there also gets to a point when you understand the game so well that like when you start doing like public rounds and stuff, you'll know how to like get other people. Like you'll know those little places to wait. You'll know like to crouch down here and turn to the left. Like a trick I found out recently. And don't get me wrong, I'm still not good. Let me just make sure that's clear. But like a lot of people, you can lean in the game left and right. If you're leaning and you go around a corner crouched, they will see you before you see them every time.
Just because how it's
so
the lag or the network is coded.
When you're crouching and go around corners, you always stay straight up. Always. Yeah. It's kind of unintuitive, but once you learn stuff like that, you instantly start getting more kills. And you stop getting like, oh, why'd I die? Like that happened to me so many times when I started playing this game. I die and I'd be like, I didn't even see the guy who shot me. What the hell? And all this stuff. But then you kind of learn these little tiny, oh, you do it like this. And then all of a sudden you're the one getting the kills. And you hear people complaining in chat, I didn't even see you. Oh, are you a hacker? And I'm just like,
yeah. Zeke, I will say it does there is a learning curve, like Ko was saying. At the same time, though, failing is fun in this game because it's hysterical. When something goes, like when you do something that's really, there's countless times I could think of where I've just done something completely wrong, and I either get completely obliterated or it works out because it's just like the dumbest thing in the world and no one ever would do that, and it only works once, but it's still really fun to do. Like
also, if you die, you can go on the cameras, you can still talk to your team, and if you're on a camera and see an enemy, you can mark him. And a red dot will appear above his head for everyone still in the game.
Yeah.
So a lot of times if you die, you can be a lot more helpful than if you were just camping somewhere.
Can you just do that?
Absolutely. At any point, you can crouch down and pop open a camera, and you can actually do all that stuff while you're still in the game. And then you hit another button, and you're just back on the ground.
So wait a second. This is starting to appeal to me more because I'm no good at moving and shooting and aiming and whatnot. So I could find like a hidey place, possibly, and just like get on the camera and tell people where other people are.
You can. Now, if you mark someone experienced players will A, know where the cameras are, and they can just shoot them, and then you can't use that camera anymore. And B, if you mark them, the player that got marked gets a message on their screen saying you have been spotted. And then a good player who knows the maps well, if they're in a certain position and they see that message, they know to just go boonk and take your camera out. But here's where that communication thing comes in. Good teams never mark, and they only talk.
Yep.
So they can be like, okay, lobby, there's one guy going up the stairs. They won't mark him, but then everyone on that team knows it, and the guy doesn't know he's been spotted. So then it's like
when you mark somebody, they know they've been marked.
It says you've been marked on your screen.
It says you've been marked, but it's a big deal because like it puts a big red arrow above their head that you can see through walls. Like you know exactly where that person is at that second.
Zeke, I'll even one up what Ko was just saying. There's a class where you can play a drone, a little fucking RC car that can tase people and do damage to people.
And you can kill people with it.
You can kill people with it. It just goes up, it does a little shock, and then you kind of just like go back under the desk and wait for it to come back off a cooldown. And then you like zoom back in there on your little fucking RC car and zap him again.
And the dude's name is Twitch.
It is. It's Twitch.
I might have to check that out. Someone said like the dude from Die Hard, the computer guy is like, oh, the quarterback is toast.
I will say that one of the best things in the game is rappelling down a side of a building upside down with your guns like looking down the iron sight and just popping someone in the head and then just like walking back up onto the roof. Like if you can get that to happen once, it's a really good feeling. And it really like the gunplay, it makes it fun. That's the fun part of the game. Towelliee, you've had a little experience with this, right?
Yeah, I played the beta and the alpha a little bit. And I mean, I like the game. I got to play it some more. But I mean, that's what I love about the game is just the ability to just kind of change your environment around you to like match like your team and your strategic kind of senses or whatever against, the offense or the attackers. And I like it. I think it's way different than most of the other shooters. And it seems like there's an actual skill cap in the game as opposed to like some other shooters that have come out recently. So
yeah. It's good. This is kind of I think for Ko as well, this is a game that I constantly keep going back to, whether online, on stream, or off stream.
I only play it casually. And these days, I play more with just a 10 lobby of me and my subs. What we'll do is we'll sit there. You can hit spacebar to switch teams. So everyone just starts hitting their spacebar. So everyone's just flying back and forth on teams. And then I just do a countdown and we hit start. And it's just randomized teams. And we just do that every round. We'll switch out, get new people every so often.
There you go.
It's one of the most casual, non-casual games I've played. Like I play it totally casually. Don't care how I do. I've never played ranked. And it's just fun.
Yeah, don't go into ranked. Ranked is completely opposite beast from that.
Oh, you don't even have to say that shit, man.
Yeah, no. Ranked is like, there was a moment 2 nights ago where I had a guy that was basically like, imagine the worst backseat gamer you've ever had in your chat, Zeke. The worst one you've ever had in your chat. Imagine this guy is on a mic that sounds like this, and he's constantly yelling at you Don't fucking push. Don't push. Don't put. Dude, why are you? Stop fucking pushing, bro. Stop fucking pushing right now.
Muted instantly.
Stop. No, and the muting doesn't even work. It's one of the issues with the game.
Oh, that's horrible.
I can't mute people that quick, and it doesn't work half the time. And so it's
You know
just
what?
that.
That
nonstop.
might. You know what? That honestly might be the fun part for me.
Yeah.
Just
Like,
ignoring
going
that guy.
there
I would have
and
pushed.
pretending like I know everything and just using nonsense words. Just being like, you didn't flange him. You didn't flange him. Why are you not flanging right now? Don't flange that. Oh my God.
That'd be great. I
These
thought about
cripples
that.
don't even know what flanging is.
I
Zeke,
thought
you
about
start
that.
using like code words and shit like Darling Pinky Blue 5'9". Code Fiber. I said Code Fiber Pinky 9.
Zeke, this is probably the type of stuff that would piss you off. Is right here on screen. Is I hear this guy coming through the window on the left, and then I shoot him a headshot through this little hole in the wall that I made, and it's just really annoyingly frustrating to play against.
That's the fun part though. Like I said, adjusting the environment so that you can like just.
So you made a hole in the wall where you can
Oh.
shoot.
Yeah, watch right here. Like, see, I hear him like, oh, I think he's outside. I think he's outside. And then he eventually comes through because audio is like super important in this game. It's one of the most important.
Really
things.
good,
and it's
They
really
did
good.
a
Yeah,
great job with the audio.
yeah.
There's been so many times when I'm sitting next to a wall and I will hear someone walking on the other side of the wall, and I will turn to the right, just start blasting through the wall and get a kill.
Yeah, yeah. It's
It's
good.
magical. Like there's no other game that you can do that kind of stuff on. Or you can stand behind doors and you'll see their little feet come up and they'll try to put something on the door and you're just like, nope, just like all over the door and just destroy them. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
I
good fun.
thought, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, it's because he broke through the window, and I heard the glass shatter, and I heard the thud of him hitting on the ground. So then I just like looked over there, and was like, okay, yeah, he's gonna walk through here any second. He just popped his head.
Oh, you won the round with that. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
That's got to make your dick feel big.
No, it has so many moments where you're just like, I fucking just won that. I won that round so hard. Like, there's a lot of moments like that that you don't get that often in a game like Star Wars, where it's like, I killed 60 people this game, and I was Darth Vader. I left clicked harder than the other guy. Like, that's kind of
Whatever. It's still cool, JP.
yeah. I mean, it's cool, but it loses its luster pretty quick.
Oh, that's true. No, just to be clear, people are saying you can hear everything in CS. Yes, CS has great audio. It's
Oh, yeah.
fantastic. In fact, arguably better than Rainbow Six.
Yeah.
But the thing I really like about Rainbow Six is with the destructible environments, the hearing aspect becomes even more important because you can just blast through solid barriers.
Right.
So it's but yeah.
Yep.
No, you guys are absolutely right about CS though.
Yeah, that gets
Now
brought up
this-
a lot
now
too.
This is on Uplay, you said, right?
It is.
Yes.
Uplay is usually considered pretty much garbage.
It is. It's not that intrusive in this though, for the most part.
Also, keep in mind and don't find out 2 weeks into streaming it like I did that if you host a custom game, your upload spikes hard.
Really?
Because
Are you hosting the
I
server?
had 9 instances of Rainbow Six uploading at about a quarter megabyte. Like I was getting almost
Wow.
2 megs constant upload, and I was having internet problems at the time, so it like compounded. And
Wait, so-
not hosting a game actually gave me more frames back.
Is
But
it-
again, I had internet problems, so
Is it making a local server then pushing it out? How does that?
I don't know how it works exactly, but I do know that if you create the custom game, that you are people they are communicating with your system to some degree, and you are sending information back to them. I don't know the
Interesting.
details beyond that, but you can open up your network manager and watch multiple different Rainbow Six connections like spool up and start firing off data.
Interesting.
So how do you host the game then? Like if it's
The best thing is like now for most people, again, I've been having serious TWC issues lately. So for me, it was more like that on top of my issues. So most people would be okay, but you can have anyone else host it. So you could have like one of your friends host it, you join them, and then all your buddies join on you.
is that what you normally do for your sub stuff?
Well, on good internet days, I don't need to worry about it. But on really bad days, I generally just stick to like 4 other subs and me doing pub rounds.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the way to do it. That's the way to
Cool.
do it. Apart from that, I play. Co, you actually stumbled in when I was playing. I played a little bit of Farming Simulator 2015. That was a thing. That game
Oh,
has a
man.
surprising amount of depth to it for something that you would not think has any depth whatsoever. It's got a lot of depth. It makes no sense.
You
whatsoever.
seriously were acting like a large kid in a sandbox, like just like, oh, let's go try this and hey, let's do this and this looks fun. And but you had that really knowledgeable guy on comms.
Yeah,
with
I was playing with Scots or Scoots. Yeah.
Oh, cool. That was Scoots. Oh, I didn't realize that was. He knew what was going on.
He's put like 50 hours into this game.
Wow.
He's put a lot of time into this right here.
I played it. I like it.
I tuned in when you guys were trying to move the tree. I think you were
Yeah.
like trying to
Yeah.
position it somehow, and I don't know. That was
Now,
wild.
I've never seen this. Is it like Sim Farm kind of thing?
Kind of. It's. How do I describe what this is?
I know
It's
it's
more
farming
hands-on.
simulator, obviously, but
It's much more hands-on than like Sim Farm. Like you're actually controlling
Yeah,
the vehicle.
so you-
more about the person, less about the whole thing.
Yeah. So you can see right here, like I'm controlling this.
no, this is just like one of my little nephews or something like going.
Yeah, it's exactly that. It's exactly that. Like I'm learning the controls here. And this car, not only is it a normal car, but the lift at the front, you can move the claws. So you can move it. You can move one of the claws up and down. You can move the main claw up and down, and then you can use the main lift like all the way up and all the way down. And this is how I'll eventually go and grab this tree and then run this tree over to the spot where you turn it in and get money. And forestry is like one of the best ways to earn money. And this guy has a chainsaw that I've purchased because you buy things for your farm. And he goes and chops all of the limbs off that side of the tree so that I can pick it up and get money for it.
Is that someone playing with you, or is that like?
Yeah, I have my own
Dude,
server.
you had a whole
for it.
server.
Yeah.
He had like what?
I had it was a
15,
16-man
20
server playing with us, yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so then everyone's working on the farm together. Like some people are off. Some people are off like farming like corn or something, and I'm over here doing this forestry shit.
This is so happening on Sunday.
Yeah,
This sounds
great.
so fucking boring, but so awesome at the
Dude,
same time.
I thought it was so boring at the same time, and then Ann started playing. She's like, "Oh no, I had so much fun." I was just like, "How is that fun? Like, what do you do?" It's like I picked it up, but see, this is too heavy, so I had to put the weight down behind, so I get more weight on it, and I don't tip over. And so now I'm gonna go.
Them
drop
farming
this off.
strats, yo.
I think I do lose this vehicle right here though, because I go too far forward trying to get this into the wood chipper.
Who's it? Like,
Yeah. Well, you're supposed to put the wood. You can either put the wood into the water here, or you can put it on the train. And I didn't know how to work this very well, so I kept pushing forward a little bit, and then
this ought to be good.
you'll just see I kind of lose the thing in just a second.
Oh, the little twack that tips over.
Yeah, it does. It does. I'm trying to figure out how to manipulate this thing. But anyways, it was a fun like 4 or 5 hour fuck around type game. It's not something that I'm going to lose like 30 hours to. I can totally see how people would. One of my subs has played like over 100 hours, and he's got it to like where he knows the proper things to. This is where I was like, I wonder if I can go in the water. Then I just lose the thing in the water.
Why would you do that?
I just wanted to know if I could do that.
What did you think was gonna happen?
I don't know.
Is he gonna turn
I
like
had
a
to
boat
see.
and just like go across the river? Like,
I had to see. I had to figure it out.
Now, see how cool would it have been if like the bottom opened up like a transformer and it was like inflated, like all of a sudden it's like.
They should have made it. You know what? They should have made it to where you go out. You have to go buy scuba gear. Then you have to put a fucking like make it realistic. where you gotta
Wait, it's FPS.
what?
or
Oh, you
first-
you can play
first
first
person.
person. Yeah. You can play first person.
Oh, you can switch between first and third.
Yeah. And like
Okay.
this is where it gets crazy. Like you can look at all the different fields you can buy. You can manage your actual money. You can take loans. You can see like what the fucking crop is selling for that day.
Do you
like
have
it's
goals and stuff? Like, is there any?
there's not
purpose?
like a quest, so to speak. You set your own goals, if that makes sense. Because like certain tools are X amount of money, but once you get to a certain point, it's just you have so much money that it's not really a factor anymore. It's kind of like I'm just gonna buy whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
did other people help you do all this?
Yeah. Like right now, my server's been running since last Thursday.
Okay,
And,
I haven't played this.
Yeah, it's been running since last Thursday, and people have been on it. And it makes the other thing you can set the AI to control your vehicles, so you can set up like paths for them, and then they'll do that while your server's running, and it'll just your server will just automatically make money for you.
Oh, wow.
And you can log in and buy whatever you want, and like you can get a power washer to like wash that truck 'cause it's got a bunch of fucking mud on it and shit like that. It's ridiculous. It's fun though.
Great.
It's fun. I had a lot of fun with that.
I
What?
wonder how many of these games you could make. that
There's
are
another
just,
one.
like-
There's another one coming out in 2016, and it'll probably be a huge seller.
No, I'm not talking about just for farming though. I'm talking about like games like this that seemed tedious and boring. Like when I first heard about Papers, Please,
Yeah.
I was the same. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And I saw gameplay of it, and I went, this is garbage. It has to be." But I had a lot of fun playing it.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, like, what is the next one? Like.
Oh, there's a billion.
Pick a menial job. Pick like.
There's a billion. I've seen. If you look at like simulator games, they basically steal the same font.
Yeah.
And just make shitty fucking games. There's like. There's car mechanic simulator, which is big.
Played it.
Yeah. There's of course Euro Truck Simulator. There's also American Truck Simulator coming out in January of this year.
DMV Simulator. It says What do you do? Stand in a line the whole time?
I haven't heard of that one. There's Surgeon Simulator. Of course, that was big on YouTube.
I hope that's a joke.
Bus
That was
simulator,
fun.
taxi simulator. I
That
think
was fun to play with another person.
There's there's one where you play like a fireman or something, and it's
I played
just,
that one. Yeah, that's. I'm trying to look at my sub Sunday list.
that was just like hilariously bad. But yeah.
Well, see, okay, one that did miss me, like that I didn't like very much at all, was Viscera Cleanup Duty. I didn't like that at all.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that at all. I've
didn't
seen
think
people
was
that
very
like
fun
that.
at all.
Never played that one.
You literally just clean it. It's like the
You mop up a mess.
the idea is that you mop up a level that someone has gone through and played of like an FPS. So like someone goes through a level in Doom, and then you come in as like the cleanup crew with a mop and a bucket, and you got to like pick up all the gibs and go and like clean off all the blood on the walls, and it's just a fucking waste of time.
Yeah, I tried it and missed it. I missed it. I must have missed the boat on that one.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that
I
either.
didn't really.
I'm right
But
there
there's
with
some
you.
people out there who just love the shit out of it, and I don't understand.
Yeah. And then apart from that, we've been doing Souls month, so I played through Demon Souls. I beat that in 53 deaths. I'm like really proud about that. That's really good. I don't know how many.
I watched that a little bit.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I watched as much as I could. I really didn't want to spoil it, but
What-
man,
what
that,
boss
that
did
game looked
you
so
see?
much fun.
Did you see bosses or did you see zones?
I actually tuned out when you started bosses or when I dropped in with your bosses when you were doing bosses, but I tuned in a lot of times when you were running around, and man, the level design in that game. Like at one point you were running along some cliffs or like the side of a mountain that had been
Is this Demon Souls?
Yeah, Demon Souls.
Okay.
Oh, dude, that looked
The
looked
level
great.
design in Demon Souls is actually, in my opinion, is pretty shit compared to Dark Souls. Demon
I
Souls
must
is
have
like
tuned in some good times then.
it's a very straightforward game, and if you know the boss encounters, you can beat it pretty quickly and like one shot a lot of the bosses. Whereas Dark Souls, I've already died. I think I'm at like 56, and I'm probably like 50% of the way through. And it's just because
That's
like
about how long I've gotten through it. Period.
yeah, it's because like the level design and it's harder in the sense that getting to a boss is more difficult than most of the bosses.
Oh man, yeah. The boss runs
Yeah, they're harder.
just as many lives sometimes as the boss themselves.
Yep.
Like just trying to get back to the one you died on just then.
Yep.
It's fucking awful.
And yeah, I'm.
Are you doing a build that's just like the most OP build that you can?
My chat got really upset with me because I've been playing the game and I know how to like cheese everything kind of.
Yeah, like you want to beat it as fast as possible.
Yeah, and I'll do things where, and I've also gotten, especially with Dark Souls, I got the first Black Knight I killed, I got the Great Sword, which is like a 10% chance or some shit. The second Black Knight, I got the Halberd, which is a 10% chance. And the third Black Knight, I just got the fucking axe. All in the same run, which is like, that doesn't happen for some people who've never even seen those weapons drop. And getting those weapons that early on the game, like, I'll walk up to a boss and just like two-shot it. And when I say two-shot, I mean like literally 2 weapon strikes and it dies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they're just so fucking strong if you know how to use them and like build for it. But
yeah, but did you do King Kong's dick in your ear?
Everyone kept saying that in the chat, and I was like, what? I finally went and figured out what that meant because everyone was spamming in my chat.
Yeah. Well, I understand, like, because I went through most of my Souls playthroughs as a mage, like I wanted to.
Yeah.
I always go mage. I've always been a mage with everything. I was a mage in WoW. I was a mage in Dungeons and Dragons. Like that's my shit.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it looks really cheesy when you're doing like just soul arrows and soul lances and whatever the fuck you call them.
Yep.
Because you're doing the range attacks. and you're not like getting up close, and it's harder for them to hit you and whatnot.
Yeah. And
So
I think I'm going to play
taking
mage.
a lot
in-
of shit for that.
I think I'm going to play mage in Dark Souls 2, which is where the majority of the shit you probably got, because it's easier in the beginning, I think, with a mage. Would you say that's...
I've done a full mage run of Dark Souls 2. It was a lot of fun.
It's easier in the beginning, but it gets harder towards the end, right?
Yeah, especially towards, well, it kind of depends on what you focus on. I ended up getting some massive spell pretty early that would just chunk bosses' lives off. So it became just, dodge the first few little bit and then you'd probably kill the boss.
Yeah.
Especially like once I maxed it out towards the end, but it was still a huge amount of fun.
There are some that make magic like they're not as easy to do as they would be with melee that are with magic, because they have like things that like block your target.
Yeah.
So, and you're throwing it and they'll just block it or whatever. Like I think the one of the bosses I had the hardest time with was the spider, because she had these huge legs that would block my
In Dark
magic.
Souls 1?
Yes, I believe so.
Oh, you're talking about Quelaag or whatever?
Yeah. No. Freya, Duke's Freya. I think that's 2 then.
That's 2. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think I remember that boss, and I've
spent
only
a lot of
played
time on
Dark
that.
Souls 2.
Yeah. But yeah, we're doing every boss. We're not gonna 100% those games because that takes a way long amount of time. But we're gonna try to do every boss.
You're doing every boss though.
Yeah, I've been told Dark Lurker in Dark Souls 2 is like fucking unreal hard, and I never fought him my first time through.
He's pretty tough.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for that, because most of this stuff I haven't had like a really hard time with the boss. I'm trying to think of like which one's giving me the hardest amount of time.
I did a full sword and board run, killed every boss in Dark Souls 2, and then I did a full mage run in Dark Souls 2 and killed every boss with mage. But I haven't done any of the DLC, and I've heard that both those builds in the DLC, there's like some bosses that are like...
Well, the Fume Knight is the big DLC dick. It just fucking people hate him so much. I didn't like him that much.
The DLC.
Yeah.
So.
I've killed every single thing. I've done it multiple times, except there's one boss that I still have yet to beat in all of the Souls games, and that's the one of the DLC bosses from DS2, and it's because it's the run to the boss. I will never do. I won't.
Which boss is that? I'm trying to think. Is
the dual cat, the snow run.
Oh, the snow run. Oh fuck! I have to do the snow
Was that
run.
where you did King Kong Dixon? Was that?
Yep.
I was wondering where that was from. Okay.
Wait, I just remembered I have to do the fucking run to that boss, dude.
That looked like a
never do the
pain
snow
in the
run.
ass,
Oh my God.
man.
I gotta do the snow run.
It was
Fuck.
just awful.
Oh,
Not
man.
awful because it was so difficult. It was awful because it was so fucking boring. Every time you have to do it, and it's like, just oh god, it's white. It's just white. It's a whiteout.
I gotta do that, man. I remember watching Man do that for like probably 7 hours straight.
Yep.
And I was just like, I'm never gonna do this. I will never do this. And here we go.
And now you have to.
And now I have to. And
by the way,
fuck.
small comment here. Really like how you're tweeting out when you do different bosses, because when you get to Dark Souls 2 and I actually know what bosses you're talking about,
yeah.
like it's gonna be cool to be like, oh, he's doing this, and jump in and see it. That's
Cool.
a great idea.
I got a little bit I got really excited because like I one shot old King Alant and Demon Souls, which is that boss gave me like 5 or 6 hours of wiping the first time I played through it.
Whoa.
I one shot it this time through, and I was like really fucking amped up. So I was just spamming Twitter going off. But yeah, I'll probably do that with the more bosses.
Great.
Towelliee, have you played and completed any of the Dark Souls games?
JP, please, I can't get past the fucking start screen.
Really? I wasn't sure if you had attempted them or anything.
I've tried them. It's just I get easily frustrated, man. Like
Okay.
actually, I think I sat what was it, Bloodborne. I played Bloodborne, and I was like at a boss for like 2 hours on like the Saturday, and my eyes were twitching and shit, and I was like, I gotta stop. I'm about to flip my shit right now if I don't stop playing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I respect you guys for being persistent whenever you play these games, but I like watching you play it.
They're a lot of fun. I'm still surprised at like, I think that was my second run of Demon Souls. I think this is my like 2.5 run of Dark Souls, and I still have like so much fun playing the game. They're still
You're
so
doing
fucking fun.
Bloodborne last, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
And I haven't done the DLC at all of that, so
You haven't done the DLC for that one?
nope. And I've heard it's really good. I've heard it's
I
super
just
good.
completed a full every boss Bloodborne and DLC run,
Yeah.
and I can't wait to see you do the DLC.
A lot of people are wanting me to play Dark Souls 2 shieldless, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to do
Just
that. 'cause-
dodge, like
No,
straight
like
stick?
the two wield, like they have like the dual wield as an actual build as a starting class in that game, to where you can play with like a short sword and a dirk or a dagger.
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah.
A lot of people are wanting me to do that, but I've always been the like 100% block shield, giant fucking weapon, just wait to get my strikes in type guy in the Souls games. So we'll see. I don't know. I might do something.
You're letting
like that.
people vote, aren't you?
Yeah, and now it's kind of just like how many people can vote for deprived. So,
I'm
Or you
actually
just-
thinking of doing the voting without the troll classes, essentially.
Well-
just to like have them actually have to pick something that's not.
yeah, that's the thing is like deprived is actually, if you know what you're doing, it's kind of the best to start out with, because you start low soul level and you start with balanced stats.
It gives you it gives you those versatility, right? Like
Yeah.
you can min max better with it.
Yeah. The thing that they voted for the master key instead of none. And the master key unlocks like so much shit for you in Dark Souls 1. Like just ungodly amounts of things that you can just get to quicker than not having that. And there's not really anything. Dark Souls 2, you can't really fuck someone over that bad with the starting options. So we'll
Now,
see.
if you don't take, just out of curiosity, if you don't take the master key, do you not get to content, or do you just have to do?
It just
more
takes
things?
longer.
Okay.
Like you can't open up the door to go to Havel's, which would allow you to go to the forest quicker, or things
Yeah, but
like
you
that.
can get to every single area without the master key, right?
Yes, yeah, for sure. So yeah, we've been doing that every morning. It's a lot of fun. What time is it? We can go for another 30 minutes because I know you guys have played games. I played a lot of stuff since the last time. Tally, what you've been playing mostly MMOs? No, we're gonna take a break in about 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, man, just mostly all the MMOs. I'm just having fun, just kind of like raiding and doing dungeons and all of them. I'm like, I always envy you guys. You guys always play all these games. Like you have like Souls Month, Co is rocking it in Mass Effect 3, and Zeke, you're like dying to stuff all the time. And
I play a lot of Witcher actually.
yeah,
That's right.
and I don't know. I mean, like for me, I'm just really excited about like just like the Legion expansion, and that's where I've kind of invested like the majority of my time, probably in the last couple of months, is just playing like just shit out of the alpha. Like I am literally like the only one left playing. Well, before it went down, was playing like every spec, every dungeon. I quested with like 6 characters, different classes to level 104 because that was like the max you could do. But lately, yeah, just jumping between MMOs. Mostly right now, it's just WoW and Star Wars: The Old Republic, which I still think is really great. I love what they've done with the new expansion.
So what
And-
with Star Wars? Sorry to interrupt, but with Star Wars, like, was there a huge influx of new people into that game because of the movie?
I wasn't playing a lot when the movie came out, but there has been because of it. I don't know. Like, I feel like there's no connection. Obviously, there's no story connection between like the movie and the game, but I don't know. Like, I was telling people like when I was doing like promotional stuff for Star Wars on Twitch, and I always do their stuff.
Yeah.
I'm never allowed to mention the movies or like anything related to Star Wars. I'm not sure if that's like a Disney thing with the BioWare. I have no idea.
It's probably something like that. Yeah.
Player base kind of spiked, yeah. Like
'Cause
during
that's-
that time.
I've kind of wanted to. I got on that huge Star Wars kick where it's like I got to play everything Star Wars. I was like, I should go play that MMO because
You should, man. Like I always
the
tell
single
people,
player is
like,
pretty good. Or
Yeah, no,
the main quest can be a single player game.
it's called a storyline, there, buddy.
There you
Just,
go. Yeah.
the story. Well,
Stolen
it's like
Tally.
yeah, it's like a story. It's a story-based MMO. It's always what it has been. And once you're done with the story, then then you can do like raids and dungeons. I'm like, I like tanking. I know you like tanking. And
Yeah,
there's nothing
I just
better-
like playing MMOs where your numbers get bigger. So
There you go. Like, there's nothing better than tanking with the goddamn lightsaber. I've always told this
it's pretty cool.
for years. I'm saying the one thing that always excites me whenever I do go back to Star Wars: The Old Republic is being able to play a Type 4 Juggernaut, big ass fat
Oh my lord.
Jedi with like a huge lightsaber and just like whooping ass in dungeons and raids.
Did I
And
show
now-
you, Tally, what I
Sad,
got?
man. You're making me sad, buddy.
Tally, speaking of light, let me show you how much off the deep end I've gone here.
Dude, when SWTOR came out, I was the first max level Juggernaut on my server. Super excited. I
Oh,
was in a
really?
guild, leading a guild. And for the first like few months of SWTOR, Juggernauts were incapable of tanking in high-end groups and raids. They
Yeah,
were
they
just
were.
totally broken. They didn't have the damage abilities. Like bounty hunters were just totally superior in every way.
Shadow tanks too were pretty good.
Was that the
assassin tanks? Yeah, they were super good. But Juggernauts sucked on release.
I think that's what I played was a Juggernaut. I got to 30 and quit, and maybe it was because they were bad too. I don't know.
They were and later the devs admitted they were not properly set up.
That sucks. But yeah, Towelliee, I went off the deep end. I spent way too much money on these stupid models for Star Wars.
You bought the ones from Sideshow or whatever?
Yeah, I bought all the Sideshow Star Wars stuff.
I got one like for during Christmas. I love those statues, man.
Dude, they're pretty fucking legit. Like the fact that that's an actual LED and like the lightsaber lights up and shit like that, it looks pretty cool. I got this. I got the Kylo Ren. I got the Iron Man. I got the War Machine. I got the Hulk Buster. I got like way too much fucking money in these stupid statues for no reason.
Oh Lord! But you should play, man. Like you should play the.
I need to play.
Give it a try. Just
how long does it take to go 1 to 50 if you're a subscriber?
Oh, it's so quick. Just all you gotta do is just follow the story mode, and you'll just level up.
Okay.
You know my server, man. I'll give you like a couple 100 million credits.
Yeah, are you still like the fucking baron of that server that would just be a like ungodly amount of hut coins that you have or whatever?
I was watching you drop frames when Sacra was there, and you guys were like, I think he's gonna just ruin the market for that server for the way he's doing things. And I'm literally like on the cartel market buying everything and just putting it on the auction house for such a low. I'm undercutting people by like 2 million credits for each thing.
Jesus.
People are losing their shit at me when I log in. And I don't even log in while I'm streaming. I'm logging in like at 10 o'clock at night, posting my auctions or whatnot.
So you're getting those through referrals, right?
Yeah.
So anyone that uses your referral link, you get, is it Hut Coins? Is that the name of it?
Cartel coins.
Cartel coins in game.
These are the rules of Hut. That's going to be ingrained in my head for the rest of my life.
These are the rules of Hutball. No, yeah. No, you get 600 cartel coins, and it happens in real time. So as I link it in my chat, and people are signing up, a little message goes up. Someone has, here's 600 to your cartel. Here's 600 to your cartel. And then like at one point, I didn't log into the game for like about almost a year between Shadow of Revan and the recent expansion. And I went from like 90,000 cartel coins to like 220,000. And then during the launch event, I got up to 300,000. So I just started buying like mount packs and getting all these rare mounts and selling them all, and it was fun. I
watched you when you opened it. It was like watching a CS:GO streamer open cases because you were just like, I got a mount, but it's a shitty one. Let's open another case.
So if anyone comes into your server, do they have to like come to your place and like pay respects first?
Pay a fine.
Are they gonna come in and say hi to the skipper? It's like, if I may I, with all due respect, may I play on your server?
He's just, what's that mount where you like literally.
Exactly like Jabba the Hutt's place, except Towelliee splayed out on a couch.
I'm just like this and just like waiting for people to come over. Come to me, or what?
Hey, not for nothing, but this guy, he didn't come in and pay his respects.
Like a mafia boss.
Yeah.
I do like that one mount you got, though, that's like the Emperor's chair.
Oh, yeah. Like, those sell for a lot, too. I got like 5 of those, and they're supposed to be really rare. I gave one to like Lula. I kept one for myself, and then I sold the other 2 for like 60 million credits.
That was good stuff. It was good stuff.
Yeah, and other than that, it's just been random games like Battlefront. I'm trying to get back into everything.
Yeah.
Like Battlefront and
you playing on the PC for Battlefront?
Yeah.
And what is there a lot of people still playing?
I don't know, man. I played it for some Sunday for about an hour and a half, and it took me like 10 minutes to find a group just to get into the assault mode.
Yeah, because I think I remember seeing a report that like the numbers on the PC were pretty down, pretty low.
Yeah. They're higher. I mean, technically, aren't they always higher on the console for like,
for that type of game? Yeah.
That type of game, yeah.
Yeah.
They're always better like on the console, but man, other than the MMOs, those 2 are my main right now. And then Blade and Soul's launching early access is next Friday, and that's going to be a really great game because that is like probably the best combat-based MMO I've played in like 6-7 years.
And that's early access.
Yeah, that's early access. So you have to have like the Founders Pack or whatever because it's a free-to-play game. You know how it is. With
Yeah. I didn't know it was that far along in development though. That's cool.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was going to come out later on, but no, it's coming. It's launching the 19th. Which is like, I don't even know what day that is. And its early access is like the 15th, which should be next Friday, I believe.
Awesome.
And I'll probably be playing that unless Legion Beta comes out.
There you go.
So Towelliee, before we break MMOs, that was actually my question. I've been getting a lot lately. BDO or BNS? BDO or BNS? I've been getting that question a lot.
Black Desert Online or Blade and Soul?
Or Blade and Soul. Like, what have you played Black Desert? What do you think about it? And in terms of Blade and Soul, is that a game you can see yourself actually like getting into and playing, or just kind of a for fun kind of thing?
they're both like heavily PvP based games. You know me with that. But like with Blade and Soul feels like it's a definite PvP based game because you see all like those $1 million tournaments they have in Korea, and they're bringing all that kind of action over to the
Wait,
US.
really?
Now. Yeah, man. Like those.
Dude,
well,
didn't
December
CJ Live and Omid flew out and they were like on a show and everything. They like they're crazy about this stuff.
I didn't know that.
And their PvP it's like Street Fighter like. It's like 1v1 with like the health bars up top, and it's except you're playing with your keyboard and your mouse, and it's like just crazy shit.
I had no idea.
Commentating, but it's insane.
I had no idea.
And but the game also has like a really awesome like PvE element to it as well. Like you could choose the PvP. You don't have to. You know, like you could just put on your faction's outfit, go out there with your friends and do some world PvP, which is really active. Or take it off and do what I did. I got to the max level from the closed beta just by doing quests, doing dungeons, doing little mini raids with the stream to kill like little world bosses in the areas. And I had fun doing that. Whereas for Black Desert, no offense, it looks really pretty. It's really nice.
It does look good.
Probably rock like a 6,000 viewer stream for 10 hours just creating 19 different characters. Going like this with the like a girl chest or something. I don't know. Like but once you get into the game for Black Desert, it's really just like you follow the path. Like I could press like whatever magical T button and my character just runs to the quest by itself while I'm like on my phone hanging out. And I mean, other people obviously I'm not as knowledgeable in Black Desert as others are, but from what I've seen and what I've heard, especially on Reddit, like once you hit 50. People are talking about these astronomical grinding numbers. Like to get from like 50 and above, you got to invest like 400 hours of leveling and grinding.
Wow.
And just grinding like specific mobs and shit. And I don't understand if they've changed all that. But I mean, I don't know. I couldn't get into Black Desert. Maybe because I was playing the Korean version. Then when I played the closed alpha, that was also kind of boring. But I just feel like Blade and Soul is a great like version of like a Korean game being like Americanized to fit our style of play. Over here. So, I mean, if I were to pick between the two, I'd pick Blade and Soul. Yeah. Just because the combat's utterly amazing.
Another quick one for you before we break on MMOs. Have you tried, and what do you think of Devillion?
No, I played like that the first 5 minutes of the intro because I was just bored on a Sunday night. But all I've seen from the like 10 minutes I played was like Diablo-ish. But I heard it actually breaks off and does some crazy shit like PvP and a lot of big MMO elements to it. But for Devillion, I've only played like the first 5 or 10 minute intro, and that's it.
The four of us and our friends of ours need to play Dragon's Dogma Online.
I need to play Dragon's Dogma normal in
I saw the video, man.
9 days. So
like it's literally Dragon's Dogma, but online. Like it looks. I know Man's been playing a lot of it.
Well, is it like a Japanese or excuse me? I'm
sorry. It is. It's a Japanese only game, and there are fan English patches to play on Japanese servers.
Now, okay, I've never played the original Dragon's Dogma. My playthrough in 9 days is totally blind, but I've heard it's kind of like Dark Souls.
A little bit. The start is.
Looks like it.
So how do you translate that to an MMO? Like, because I can imagine one of two things. Either a bunch of people coming up to a monster, like Monster Hunter style, and like do they is it like Destiny style where you can only have X amount of people in an area?
Yeah.
Because like how would they
that I
balance
don't know.
something like that? Like how does it work?
That I don't know enough about the game. I haven't played it, so I know Bike Man's played it, Man's been playing it, but I haven't seen anyone else that's touched it.
I want to play it. When you told me about it, I saw the video. I was like, this looks badass.
Yeah, because it's
turned into an MMO or something.
From what I saw from watching people, and there was only like 1 or 2 people streaming it. It was literally Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, but like in a multiplayer format where people were like leveling up, getting XP for killing mobs. They had a bunch of quests. I've been told the end game is not really there, so the fun in it, as in most MMOs when they first come out, is leveling. But apart from that, I don't know much about it.
It's going to be on Steam soon, right?
No,
Dragon's Dogma is going to be on Steam in 9 days, but the
yeah.
MMO I don't think has any plans.
The online
planning an American release right now.
They don't. A lot of people are actually saying that depending on how Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen sells on the PC in 9 days, they'll base it off of that if they want to bring it over. So
I might have to go through that again. I had a blast playing it.
That game is awesome. It's great. And did you play the expansion, Z?
I never did. I went.
I didn't either.
The main game, and then they said I was gonna gonna switch games and then eventually go back to the expansion because everyone was saying like, "Oh my god, the expansion is better than the main game."
And they added it. The expansion has like a ton of shit in it.
Yeah, so I might have to go back, and I can't remember. Oh, that's I was like trying to remember who my character was. Kroomhilda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made really dumb characters too. This
Badass
looks
bitch
so
with a
good
hammer.
though.
Does Dark Arisen come with the expansion?
Yes. Dark Arisen is the expansion.
Yeah.
They re-released the game as Dragon's Dogma, which is the main game, Dark Arisen, which is the DLC.
So it has all the Dragon's Dogma plus the expansion.
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, great.
And if I remember correctly, Dark Arisen added, and I haven't played it, but it added like almost the equivalent of an endless dungeon where you just fight boss mobs. And you keep going down and down in like this, like the old school JRPGs and I guess Towelliee as well, where they would have like the dungeon that was like the end game dungeon, the after the boss dungeon. You'd go and like fight like 50 floors. I think that's what Dark Arisen is.
Last Remnant. Ugh,
Yeah,
nightmare.
it's that type of shit. It's that type of shit. But this looks awesome. Like this is only shown at 30 FPS on stream, but this is the PC version of the Spellcaster on Dark Arisen, and it looks fucking glorious.
Oh, damn! With the whip and stuff. Okay.
That was the one game where I didn't like start off as a magic user.
What? It's like the best magic users. Like,
No,
look
I
at this
know.
shit. Look at this tornado, Zeke. You can do this.
It's because I wanted to make because I had a hankering to make like a big, tough female protagonist with like that just whooped everybody's ass. There's this huge, tall, muscular Amazonian.
Look at that tornado.
I know, I see it. I see your fucking tornado. So maybe I'll play Dragon's Dogma again as a wizard.
Yeah.
Or whatever they call it.
In the same vein, though, I played the
That
exact
is
same
awesome.
way, Zeke. I played
That
the
is
exact
so
same
cool.
way, and
So wait, do mobs actually get like sucked up into that, or do they just like take damage on the ground?
I forget. I actually don't know the answer to that. It's been so long since I played it. But the other cool thing, and this is kind of like what Zeke was saying, I played the class where you get the big badass fucking like Japanese giant fucking swords.
The Cloud Sword.
Yeah, the cloud type swords. And there's so many different weapon models in that game that it's like there's a reward for every time you get a new upgrade at the merchant. And it's like a fucking badass new looking weapon. And that's why I love that game, is because they had so many amazing looking models, and you got to like choose your own party and create your own party members. It's great.
Dude, I was gonna put it to a vote, but I don't think I can't play a mage after seeing this.
Wait till you see the meteor that she's casting right now, because there's 6 of them coming. It's fucking dope as shit.
Is this an end game, or is there like more after this?
These are all the spells in the game.
Okay.
But it's like she's just calling them meteors. It's just raining down fucking meteors on this fucking ground.
That's awesome.
It's
So will
great.
playing this game, JP, translate to like the MMO, you think, if I want to play it later?
From
If I
what
learn how
Man
to
was saying, he said the combat's very similar.
Okay.
So it'll be kind of cool.
When does it go on sale on PC?
9 days, 9 days from now.
Okay.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Hell yeah.
Oh, if we got like 5 minutes, I just want to like, cause there's 3 like indie games that I.
Yeah. What have you been playing? We haven't talked to you yet.
I played Aviary Attorney,
Dodger was telling me about this game.
where you're a bird lawyer.
Oh God.
It's way better than it sounds. I'm gonna say that it's not like Had a Full Boyfriend like I thought it was going to be. It's just you're a bird. It's like a lawyer drama, find clues and stuff like that.
Is this it right here?
But you're a bird. Yeah, and it's a story. It's storytelling, and it's all text. And then you like go to trial. The trial is the fun part. So you go to trial and you like prove your case, and it's a blast. It's. I like the art style, like the old timey like drawing style, and also you can assign voices to your characters if you so choose.
What do you mean assigned voices? Like voice actors?
No. I got
He
you.
does it.
Oh, you do it. I was like, that's a really cool feature. But you do
No,
it.
no,
Okay, I got
it's
you.
all text based, and so like Lady Catterline, you saw her. I gave her like a Southern Belle kind of a voice, and like Falcon was gruff, and whatever. But
Cool.
the trial was fucking great. And I played it for 2 hours, so I only got to the end of one like trial or whatever.
I guess that was the end that was shown.
But it's a lot of fun, and it has a good sense of humor, which
It's
I
got
enjoy.
a cool art style to it.
Yeah, very.
I like that.
And it's easy. It's just a mouse. It's just click, 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 click. I also fucked around with Face Rig.
So
I've never done that before.
What the hell is that?
I've been wanting to buy this, but I couldn't, and I spent go ahead and talk about it. I'll tell you what I was thinking of wanting to do.
It's just face mapping software that they put on of sprites, and you can like do weird things with them. Like I did Santa Claus, and I put an axe in his head for whatever reason, just cause. And you can either like have it copy your face, just your face, or your face and your voice. So the mic will hear you talking, and it'll do that, talk for you. And there's lots of different settings you can do with it. Are
they all like low FPS? Like they're not high FPS models?
As far as I know, they're not.
Okay.
I mean, they're all like this.
Okay. See,
it was just dumb fun. It was just fun to play with.
What I wanted to do, and I couldn't figure out the workflow in my head, so I never ended up doing it.
Why, little girl?
But I wanted to there's casters that, like General Mins, I think is one of them. He does his entire cast as a cat. He uses this as his.
His is easy because it's just one jaw movement thing.
General Mittens just has the bottom of the mouth of a cat of a still frame.
Oh, okay.
This one you open your eyes and close.
Yeah.
You can close your eyes, and you can, if you bob your head, like they'll do that.
I wanted to set it up and since I don't use a camera anymore, I want to use this shit. It'd be so funny.
Zeke, I would love for you to do a cast as this adorable kawaii small female character and just act like nothing's wrong the entire cast.
Yeah, just talk low voice.
Make that your camera in the bottom right and just act like nothing's wrong. Tell people they're crazy if they think something's different, and just do that the whole time.
To get technical, Zeke, can you output this somewhere?
Yep.
So you don't even need to be in game. You can just have it output it to XSplit or OBS.
So. It is. There are so many options I didn't explore.
Okay.
Like people were in chat were saying, yeah, you can totally do it like different FPS and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like there's tons and tons of little options that you can to make it more accurate, to make it better. There's lots of downloadable packs. Oh, that anime pack was a downloadable pack. There's a pack for I think Borderlands might have a pack or something. What I thought was weird is PewDiePie has a pack.
Wait, it's just his face?
I think it might. I'm not sure if it's just him or things he does.
Why don't we get our faces in? Oh, what the fuck is that?
But you see, yeah, you could be like weird alien characters, like lots of stuff.
That looks like Yoda after a bender.
It's like Yoda's drunk uncle.
Yeah, Yoda's just. Oh my god, that's so many characters there.
He was the first guy to give Yoda a cigarette.
Exactly. Did you get this on the Steam sale? Did you get this on the Steam sale for $5?
No, I didn't. I don't know what I paid for. I can't remember.
Okay, because I saw it was on sale during the Steam sale for $5.
So you can totally close your eyes or do them halfway open. They do the eyebrows and the eyes are pretty good features. The mouth is a little weird.
That's pretty cool. I might have to mess around with that.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to just to mess around with.
The next game that you played is one that I've played before, and I'm interested to hear you talk about it.
To the Moon.
That's not. How did I do that?
That's my own face rig, Gibson. That's my own face rig.
Oh man! How did I pull that timestamp?
That one works great.
That just happened.
Jesus Christ! All right, here's To the Moon. Talk about it.
To the Moon. I heard it was made in a program called RPG Maker.
Yeah.
And it's heavily story based. It's barely qualifies as a game.
I agree.
Barely qualifies as a game. The only game because there's no challenges.
Yeah, you just walk around and click on stuff.
Yeah. The only challenge is at the end of the level, which is kind of a tacked on Othello puzzle game.
Yeah.
But the story was worth going through. It's a pretty neat idea, pretty well done. There's definitely some feels.
Oh yeah, that's why. Yeah, this game is one of the only games that's ever made me tear up on stream. 100%. It is real impactful at the end.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's parts especially
Why do you keep going back?
Because it's not old for me yet. I still laugh when I do it. I still have such a great time.
We're trying to be sentimental here, guys.
I know.
Jesus. Oh, that's good, man.
It has decent music. But yeah, it's a story. It's a very Inception-y kind of a story.
Yeah.
Excuse me, kind of a.
I mean, I would say, yeah, don't even give any more away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's good. And I did. There was a couple parts where I got kind of choked up, and there's certain like triggers for me that choke me up, and
sure.
Like, I was at the end, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
It's a great game, and it is not very long. It's like
4 hours, 3 hours.
Yeah, 4 hours. But this was another one that had no voices, so I supplied all.
Yeah, there's no voices.
So it took me like 7.
Yeah, I got day 9 to play this on one of his day 9 Friday day offs or whatever. That guy goes fucking bawling. He's crying like a baby. Shit. Just nonstop. It was nonstop. So,
yeah.
But yeah, Zeke, anything else? What you've been playing through The Witcher, right?
Yes, I have.
How's that going? Are you enjoying that?
I love Gwent.
Really? No, hold on.
You don't even play the actual game?
No, I played the actual game, but every time there's a possibility to play Gwent, of course I do.
Yeah.
But no, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the shit out of it. However, this is another one of those games where I get accused of cheesing it.
What?
How do you choose?
Here's the thing.
You're on Death March, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm playing on Death March, and it was really hard to begin with. But once I hit a certain level and put all of my skills into my magic, I put none, like almost none into sword. I put like 2 into fast attack, and I don't even have it socketed because I just use my Ard for humans and then my other shit for monsters and stuff. I knock them down and then stab them on the floor. It's just fucking. I mean, it's
wrong with that.
That sounds
I'm
totally.
saying, like, if they wanted me not to use that, they should have either A, made it less powerful, or B, not put that particular ability to knock them down until further down in the tree or something.
See, Zeke, what you do is you make an emote so that then they pay you to tell you that you're cheesing, and then you win twice. Because not only are you playing the game and streaming it, you're cheesing the game, and then you're having someone pay you to tell you that you're cheesing the game.
You know, and I learned that lesson like when I was like 17 or 18, when I went into Hot Topic and I saw shirts that said like "N suck." And the reason why they own that.
Oh yeah, I know.
NSYNC owns, like, the people who owned NSYNC, I suppose, own that.
Yeah.
So you're paying to tell everybody that they suck because they own that logo.
Yep. It's great.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's genius.
God, this makes.
But I seriously, I'm having a blast playing it. I can't wait to get back to it every time. Like, every day I start streaming, I'm like, okay, let's go do some more stuff. And it's just, there's so much stuff that I got like 70, 80 hours into it, and I haven't even done like most of the shit yet. And
Yeah, I was having a talk with my brother over Christmas break because he ended up completing it. It's like one of those games that, and I've said this a billion times, but when you play this game, it's like you're literally moving yourself from your computer chair into this world when you play it. And there's no other game that's done that this year for me. Like, maybe, man, in a long fucking time. I guess the last one's probably World of Warcraft for me. But like, they do such a good job.
There's a lot of opportunities for me for humor and for talking to the audience, because there's a lot of just running around in the open world.
Right.
So I could it's good for interaction with the chat, and it's also very fun when you like are in dialogue and stuff, because I love moving my camera around and like like when there's a moment when they're stopped and on a dialogue option, and then like you're staring at this chick with like a really low cut thing, and then you can move your camera up there and give her one of like a little
oh yeah, I remember watching
like stuff like that. I love doing shit like that. Or put your own head on someone, like the chick in the bathhouse, like put your own head on her body.
I've seen that.
I just have a blast with that kind of stuff, and there's just so many opportunities for that. And also it gives you a lot of downtime to talk to your audience while you're just traveling places.
Yeah. It's a good game. It's a good game. How far are you in the story of it?
I'm in the middle of meeting back up with Zar, the dwarf, the Mohawk dwarf.
Okay.
Zon.
I forget his name.
Zor-
That's
it's not
you
Zoran,
have to get Coda to help you.
Zoltan. No, I don't know.
Zoltan. It's Zoltan.
Yeah, Zoltan. But I'm in the middle of, I met him and I'm in the middle of that. But of course, like you say, you're in the middle of something, but I'm like, I stopped in the middle of that one to do some like contracts and some question marks.
The contracts are super fun, for
Yeah.
sure.
All that kind of stuff.
I need to go back to the game. I'll probably play that game off stream. That might be a good off stream game.
But I will say, like,
run around him.
The biggest detriment to Witcher is that I really don't care for Geralt.
You're not a fan of him?
I don't care for the main character.
You're the second or third person I've heard say that before.
I just don't really care for him. He's just and people argue that all the time. It's like he's supposed to be like unfeeling and deadpan and blah blah blah. It's like I don't give a fuck what he's supposed to be. Make him interesting at least. And I
do you think if you had played Witcher 1 and 2, he would be interesting?
I did play it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, there you go.
I played through both of them. They were a lot of fun. In fact, I liked Witcher 1 more than 2.
There you go. I don't know if that's controversial or not, so I can't ask you a question.
A lot of people feel that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll come back and talk all about the news because there's a lot, and I'm sure a lot of people are wanting our opinion on stuff. So we'll be right back, guys. Drop Frames coming back. What the fuck? Episode 46, part 2, right after this. I don't know what the fuck this outro is. I got to do more shows. We'll be right back.
Stop. Just stop.
Just stop. Just fucking get out of here. Bye. Not bye.